GamePod, the ultimate race rig for those serious about sim racing. Puts you in the driver's seat with all the controls at your fingertips. Be number one on the road, in the race, in the game. GamePod, the choice of champions.
Hello and welcome to the 5th round of the Virtual V8 Supercars 2012 Championship, as presented by TouringProSeries and sponsored by GamePod.co.uk. Wheels, stands and race rigs, of course the best in the world and the longest running in the world. GamePod.co.uk is the first place you should go for all your sim racing furniture needs. I'm joined once again today by Ivo Simons.
Hello guys, good evening.
Good evening, Ivo. And of course, Ivo, we are at the wonderfully, beautifully floodlit Yas Marina circuit. Looking forward to a spectacular race here today.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a different scene, of course, with driving in the dark, and it's colder than every other track, so gonna be a good race.
Indeed it is, and you can see the track now in all its magnificent floodlit glory. And of course, although it is a magnificent track, Ivo, we are seeing some love-hate out there. Some people loving it, some people hating it, and not much middle ground here.
Yeah, it's very difficult to find your rhythm here. It's of course an F1 track in the first purpose, of course, but it's a lot of change of direction, and we all know how heavy the cars are.
Yes.
So it's very difficult to do the direction change all the time. So yeah, some people like it, some people love it. It's like an F track, of course, but here it is more.
Absolutely, no, it's like a track, of course, but yeah, there's definitely for people in Britain and other places. Oh well, I guess in Australia as well. In Australia it would be called Vegemite, and in England it would be called a Marmite circuit. And that is the type of circuit we've got here today. You either love it or you absolutely hate it. And unfortunately, my girlfriend loves Marmite, and I hate it, and I can't stand the smell of it. So when she eats it, I don't go near her for a month. So Danny Asbury is the fastest guy actually so far in this practice session. Has also been the fastest guy through pre-practice, Evo. He's very, very determined to get pole position here today. In fact, I've done him a deal. That, as everyone knows, he has been christened the Robocop for this event. And those reasons were because his car, his original skin, as you can see, is actually changed skin. He changed cars, in fact, completely from the Ford to the Holden. Says it's psychological. It makes him feel faster. So there you have it, boys and girls. If you need to go faster with V8 Supercar, choose a different car to what you're driving right now, because that's clearly what the problem is. Anyway, Danny's. I made a deal with him. He doesn't want the black headlights anymore, even though he is Robocop, of course, and everyone loves him to being so. I'm sure all the viewers love him having these black headlights, and I think they look brilliant anyway, Evo. But the deal is, if he puts it on pole position, I will take the black headlights off for him, and he can have normal headlights, whatever headlights he wants. If he puts it on the front row, he has to have them for one more round. If he doesn't put it on the front row at all here today, then he has to have black headlights for the rest of the season. So there's a lot riding on Danny Asbury's lap time here today. Not just a championship, but his black headlights.
Maybe we're gonna see in the last corner. He's up for the pole, but then he just brakes because he doesn't want to leave. Because I want to remove the lights. So.
Well, if I do see purple sectors up to the second sector, then I'll quickly jump on the server and give him a 250 kilogram weight penalty for the rest of the lap, so he doesn't get that. So watch out, Danny. All these mind games. Anyway, going back to the last race, which was not happy for Danny at all. The winner of the last race, Evo, was Jesper Tolborg, and a magnificent performance it was as well.
Yeah, that was a great race. He struggled a lot to take the first win, but then he got one, and right after that, near the valley, he got the second one. Probably he's in the zone now for maybe goes for his third, but it's going to be difficult for him.
Absolutely. So this track last year, he qualified in fourth. This is the opening round of the 2011 championship, so it's been moved in the calendar. And of course, people are a lot more experienced with the cars now, and also the standard is much higher than it was. But last season, I would most people would agree. But we've got Tolborg qualified fourth last season and finished fifth, actually behind John Wilson. If I remember, great performance from him in his debut in that particular race. And Strauss qualified in third, but came out seventh. That infamous incident with Douglas and De Grief.
Yeah, under the bridge. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Under the hotel. Yeah.
Under the hotel. Yeah.
Under the Douglas dived on the inside of the Grafe, misjudged it, slid across the track onto the gravel, back across the track again, and there was Strauss and a couple of others to absolutely nail him and ruin their afternoon. So that was one of the stories of that opening race. And the rest of the story was that Matt Farrow took that win in his debut as well in the TPS and the debut in the V8 Supercars, of course, and ahead of the reigning champion Gregory de Greef, held him off for, in fact, 2/3
under pressure.
Which is incredible, really.
It was a great race, yeah, a great battle between de Greef and Farrow. Farrow just isn't. Yeah, it's a little bit the same as we saw maybe at Barbagallo with Van Doorn and Davis. It was a great race.
It was a great race, and looking forward to a great race here today as well. So the story at Hidden Valley was that Jasper Tolborg caused his second win. Again, Strauss came second, so he's not very happy about coming second, of course. He is a winner, but I'm pretty sure he's happy to just be hanging in there at the moment because he's having to change his driving style, as we discussed last time around. Third place was Stoffel Van Doorn, beaten to third place on genuine pace for once. So great job there from Tolborg and Strauss, showing that Van Doorn is not unbeatable. So here today, we've got no Van Doorn, unfortunately, because of his real race exploits, where he took 2 poles and 2 wins at Nürburgring in the Formula Renault Northern European Championship. So congratulations to him. I know he's watching here today also. And we've told him that if he gets into Formula 1, he has to have the TouringProSeries logo on his car. So look out for that.
We have it in writing now.
You do have it in writing, yes. I have it recorded on TeamSpeak. And there are a couple of other feel-good stories from Hidden Valley, really, Ivo. People like Orban and Defray and Ferreira have really stepped up from the start of the season.
Yeah, it's great to see guys who started in Server 2 and just now are midfield Server 1. It shows how you get to know the car during the season, and you learn a lot during the season also, and it shows consistency can get you everywhere.
Absolutely, and it's hard work as well, isn't it, Ivo? They've been practicing hard. They've been working hard at getting their cars, in setup and getting familiar with the cars, and that hard work has paid off, as it always does.
Yeah, you need to, especially with this field, of course. But to understand the car and to get the rhythm of driving the car every week, every 2 weeks, it's sure you need some practice for that.
Absolutely. No, these are the guys that get the respect from both the crowd and other drivers, because they put the effort in and they drive really well and not flaky, turn up for one race and not do the rest of the season, not naming any names, David Greco, apart from anybody like that. And they got no respect at all. People like Ross McGregor as well, also, and as I say, Matty Orban, driving for DPG Motorsports, got his headlights on at the moment. He needs to turn those off, so we need to tell him about that. If you could do so, please, Ivo. And we've also got Peter Davilard back in the server as well. But Nicky Defray also has been sneakily moving his way up the championships. Sorry about the cameras coming out of the pit lane. Unfortunately, because of the underground pit lane, we don't see much of the car until they pop out. Not much we can do about that, unfortunately. But Defray, also one of those who's been in server 2 and bit of a baptism of fire at Barbagallo, but stuck it out, and those points have seen him move up well. In fact, the points in Chris Butcher, of course, was involved in that big accident at Hidden Valley, Ivo, and he still struggled on and finished the race. And because he finished the race, he scored, might seem paltry, he scored 8 points, but in fact, that's 8 positions in the championship right now. So that shows exactly what Chris, the commitment and needed to stay in this Division 1.
Yeah, of course, because you get through all Server 1, Server 2, you get the points. So if you're lost in Server 1, you still get enough points. So it's so important to just finish the race if your car is still driving.
Absolutely, and props to him as well. Kudos to him for trying so hard to finish the race, because his car was a mess. It was a huge accident. For those who missed it, you can go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/TouringProSeries, and check out all those highlights made by the venerable and wonderful Jari Venari, and commentary from myself, and that's not one of the things to shout about, but Jari Venari's highlights and directorship are, and of course, they're all sponsored by GamePod.co.uk, who sponsor this tournament. We're offering a GT2 Evo race rig to whoever wins this series, worth €1,200, and other cash prizes also as well on hand for plenty of the drivers in this series. And we're very grateful to GamePod for supporting us through this, and give them a like on Facebook, give them a like on their website, and get visiting, and also as well remember that at the end of each highlight video there is a promo code, 10% off for all V8 fans on all GT2 models. So if you're looking for a race rig, the best place you can look really is GamePod.co.uk. We're about to go into qualifying here. In fact, we're going to qualifying right now.
No.
And were you doing that, Ivo?
I will do it.
Thank you, Ivo. And there's another couple of other questions. Another couple of other stories we had was the battle of the future of TPS, as we dubbed it, and that was between Levesque and Eric Serrani. And Serrani's been moving up the field all season long, but he is struggling here today. He's saying he's 11th place at the moment. As you can see, he's just coming out of the pits, spinning out of the pits as well. That just shows actually what you can do in the pits. He spins coming out of the pits, but obviously we're going to qualifying now anyway, so that's not a big deal at all. Wait for the game to refresh and everyone's back in the server. There we are. But what we're saying about Eric Serrani, he has been improving throughout the season, showing unprecedented, unexpected pace, really. And he's been battling with William Levesque for that 4th place in the championship. He's struggling a little bit here today, whilst Levesque looks back to his menacing form of the Clio Euro Series and of Calder Park in the pre-season race. So look forward to him improve throughout the season.
Yeah, the better of the young guys.
So then it's I mean, yeah, he's had a couple of bad races at Melbourne and not at Melbourne, sorry, at Barbagallo and wherever the third race was, Ivo, I forgot it. Adelaide. Adelaide. And but he bounced back at Hidden Valley. Great run there. He was actually ahead of Van Dorn at one point. So he's just in behind his teammate Jesper Torbok here. We're missing a couple of key contenders here today, aren't we, Toby? Ivo. One of those being Toby, and the other one being Stoffel Van Dorn. That's going to hurt Toby not only in Drivers' Championship, but also THR Orange in the Teams Championship, Ivo.
Oh, sorry, guys, there's a little spammer in chat, so...
Oh, no problem, thank you. Thank you for sorting that out. But as you can see at the top of the table, we've got 360 Racing and THR Orange, just 41 points apart, which for a team championship is not very much, but you see, they are way ahead of the rest of the field. Levesque has been holding up THR Red all by himself pretty much, and of course Torrent Motorsports only really had Peter Carter because the rest of the drivers pretty much didn't finish or weren't able to race. So we see that 360 Racing and THR Orange have pulled away at the top of the table. Of course, THR Orange is going to drop even further back now, you would think, with Toby Davis missing here today, and both Schlemo and Strauss racing.
Yeah, if they're both there and Toby is indeed missing, so it's going to hurt THR a little.
And these are the race results from Hidden Valley, just for those people who were interested. See, great result there for Kevin Brent as well, Ivo. Best result of the season so far. Looks like he's finally figuring these cars out, because he's well up in the pre-practice bit here before qualifying as well.
And his tyre wear was really good at Hidden Valley.
He was indeed. Of course, he's known as endurance specialist, so one of those drivers who is very smooth indeed. So let's get to the qualifying section now. We are about to get onto their hot laps. In fact, Danny Asbury is already on his hot lap. Let's go on board with him. Let's choose a nice angle for you, shall we? Let's go back on the rear wing, looking forward. There we are. Through what's known as the corkscrew section. In fact, it's more of an elevation change there in real life. That's why it's called the corkscrew. More of a switchback.
Yeah, but you see the direction change there in the corkscrew. So difficult with these cars.
Of course, you've got a hard braking zone here, and another very difficult direction change.
Yeah.
And then again, a long straight, another hard braking, and another direction change.
It's a good challenge for these guys from the other tracks, so it's nice to see.
It's very different to Hidden Valley, isn't it, Ivo? We mentioned that before. We were just chatting before the broadcast. It's very, very different to Hidden Valley, and also the conditions are very different. Yeah,
there was of course we're driving in the night a little, so it's way cooler here. And yeah, this track is more of a rhythm track, where the other tracks more flows, and it's just difficult to get in that rhythm here because it stops and. But then you have, of course, again, a chicane and a left-hander, right-hander, it goes everywhere. So it's really difficult to find your rhythm here.
Absolutely, you can see Danny Asbury trying very hard indeed. And always running right out to the wall there. Now comes down towards the final two turns. Turn 18 is there, and turn 19 is right just as you get the car settled. Have to get the car straight again.
Already?
Looks like a decent lap so far, doesn't it? Looks like pretty good. A couple of missed apexes, but nothing terrible. Of course, a short run to the line as well. And 9. Beautiful lap there.
Decent lap, he says.
That's a great lap, it is. A decent lap. Then Gregory de Greef 53.1, Matteo down 53.7, Peter Davar 53.44, as you can see. Of course, people won't get many laps in here because it is a long circuit. Kevin Brent goes with a 53.1, matching pretty much Gregory de Greef's time. Also matching Chris Butcher. Florence Charles 52.380. That's pretty much as fast as I've seen him go before these 2 weeks. He's actually been competing in the GT Academy for Germany at the moment, trying to get in top 16 drivers in Germany in that particular competition. I think he has succeeded as well, so hopefully he's managed to get through to the final of that. Danny Asbury 54.975, I'd be very happy with that. I'd just sit back and wait if I was him.
Because of his personal best, so
that's a wonderful lap. It really is. And he's the only. Oh, here's the Tolborg. Don't know what happened to him there. But anyway, he's on a 52.917. That's third at the moment. A whole second off the pace of Danny Asbury. He comes out behind Tommy Oyala. Let's try and check him with somebody who has not gone out not set a lap time just yet. Tommy Banizewski has not. And Francisco Villar has not either. Here is Francisco now. Let's stick with him around the final 2 corners. Bit of a strange line through there, actually. Very much more narrow. He's saving his tyres, I think, for another run. But here comes VR. You might have noticed he's also changed cars from a Ford to a Holden. Also, you might recognise the livery, even though it is red and green. It's a THR livery. So THR, just slowly but surely taking over the world. They've now taken over both of the RPM teams. Robert Wiesenmuller will be joining Francisco Villar for a couple of races later in the season. They'll also be co-driving for the team at Bathurst. Look forward to that. Ben Davis will also be joining them, doing the same thing as Robert. How is it at the front of the field? Here's Marco Felix. Is his best run of the season Valley also.
Oh really, it was a great battle in Hidden Valley with him.
It was a great battle.
Yeah. Oh, he's racing already here.
Racing already.
He's finding some room.
Danny Asbury is still on top of those time sheets. There you can see them. Adrian Holm goes up into a 9th. Lawrence Strauss is back in the pits. We'll go out and do another couple of laps. Jesper Tolborg on an out lap also as well. Chris Butcher just starting his hot lap. Plenty of banker laps in here at the moment. Andreas Loeffler goes third. Excellent lap there from him. 52.847 because he's been struggling so far.
I think it's a good lap indeed. Quite early in the session also, so always room for improvement now.
Very nice banker indeed. Ross McGregor 11th with a 53.5. And once again, the midfield is as close as ever, with a few exceptions at the top of the field, and then the rest of the field just seems covered by just a few tenths, as is always the case, it seems, this season in 2012. And if you look at the championship also as well, on results.touringproseries.com, you can see how close the championship is. Several drivers all on like 61, 60 points, 57, all tied for points, so it's very close indeed. Fierce battle back there.
It's always in the midfield and then you need to take the step to the front of the field, and that's really difficult.
Absolutely, and we've seen William Levesque with 52.2 in pre-practice.
Yeah.
In fact, he did a 52.1, I think, perhaps on the live timing. If you check out the live timing, just go to TouringProSeries.com/broadcast. At the bottom of the page there, you'll see the live timing link in big letters. You also see the spotter guide for this race, so if you get confused who people are, you can also check out that spotter guide. And also there's a chat room there as well, so make sure you get involved with the other spectators here, which there are around 1,000 for each event. And William Levesque is still 8th at the moment in the field. He'll not be pleased with that, considering he's got a 52.2 in his bag, Evo.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't do it like Barbagallo and Adelaide, I believe. So he was doing a good job at Hidden Valley, just getting his time in the quali.
Absolutely. Butch goes third, so THR Red third at the moment. Tolborg is 10th faster than Asbury in the second sector. Let's just quickly stay with Levesque. He's half a second down at the second sector, so looking to slot there into third position. If he just matches Danny Asbury's final sector, and third he is, just there, 7 tenths off. I'm a little bit disappointed with that still, but Jesper Torborg is out in the final corner. His car wiggling as he puts the power and drives towards the line. 52.071. Oh, so close. So close, Jesper Torborg. Championship leader, winner of the last 2 rounds.
Such a great sector from Danny. He's 2/10 quicker than Jesper there.
It must have been a wonderful final sector.
Yeah.
Here is Florian Strauss. He's got a slight livery change, as you can see. A bit more red on that. It's a bit more black. It makes the car look a bit wider than it looks quite narrow before that. It's 3/10 down already in that first sector, and it's that second sector that Danny Asbury is so quick in. So, and Florian makes a big mistake there into the chicane. I think that's lap over for him because he's narrow on the exit also. Moved on the power though. Drivers have been talking about Florian, one of them, with the long gear ratio you use here because of the long straights. It's actually quite difficult to drive the car. Lots of understeer because there's no power oversteer anymore because the revs are so low coming off the corners. Yeah.
It shows also that these cars are full of surprises the whole time.
Absolutely, you don't expect these cars to be struggling to put their power to the road, but that's what they're doing. I can't quite tell whether Florian's on just a slow lap now or a fast lap. Like he's using all of the track, but he's pushing very, very hard there indeed, so he must still be on a fast lap, at least trying for a fast lap. It's a very long middle sector, as you can see. It's only 3/10 down, so even that big mistake at that chicane really hasn't cost him. So, but we did see Danny Asbury go wide in that chicane also. He missed that apex, if you recall, when we were on board with him.
Yeah.
That was the one apex he missed on that lap, which probably cost him from equaling his PB, in fact. And Strauss, very narrow line there into the final corner. David goes 7th. What can Strauss do?
Yeah, it's too much. No.
52.544 has not improved. Stays 3rd. My pick for pole position actually was Danny Asbury anyway. What was your pick, Ivo? I've got to ask you.
I would say Danny, but I think Torborg has also a good chance.
Okay, so you're going for Torborg.
Yeah.
Torborg was picked beforehand.
Every time when I go, first was Strauss all the time.
Strauss, okay.
And then he won, and then I went to Torborg, and he won. So.
Okay.
If somebody wants my bank account.
You said Strauss and Barbagallo as well, though, and that was wrong. That was Van Dorn.
Nah, that was a different joke, I think.
Yes. VR goes 3rd. Wonderful that from Francisco VR. 52.169. Where did he pull that out? That was a fantastic lap from Francisco VR.
He's really on the move.
The THR team, and he's really pushing the championship leader there. That's a fantastic lap, really is. Considering
improving every race.
Yes, exactly. He's so new to rFactor and so new to the V8 Supercars. And
he was only the second sector he was only purple in the second sector, so.
Might have been a time left as well. He's also been saying he's been struggling driving the car on low field. It looks like he's struggling here to me. It's like he's
doesn't seem that bad.
It's like he's sorted that out. If he's faster in race pace, then watch out, guys. Sector 2, Florian Strauss is up by 0.062 of a second. That's a slow sector. I think that's where Asbury has made a couple of mistakes in that sector because everyone seems to be going faster in that sector. Just the first sector and the final sector where everyone seems to be struggling. Nobody can get within 3/10 it seems of Danny in that first sector.
It's crazy again. It was just the first lap of Asbury. So he put that time and then of course 30 minutes later and
this is unbelievable, Ivo. We've got a fantastically long circuit here, Ivo, and yet there is still less than 0.2 of a second separating the top 4. And William Levesque is also going faster, look. Oh, he's got out of shape! Oh, William! He's got a great lap there. Got out of shape, coming out of... He's still pushing on. Oh, he's gone straight off now, though. He was on a great lap. He was on a purple sector. Got out of shape, coming out of turn 17. Or I forget which numbers of the turns are here, because it's such a long...
So many.
Yeah.
And Strauss went to 3rd, right? Yeah.
Strauss got 3rd.
Yeah, okay.
Just usurped VR by a few hundredths of a second, as you can see. Loveless just 3/10 down. That's after the first sector. It's definitely going to be more tenths down now because he's hit the wall. Look who's close together on the grid. Ivo?
Oh, Butcher, okay, yeah, I see it.
Butcher and Loeffler. Andy Graves in there. The David is 8th at the moment. He'll be pleased with that actually because he's had a bit of an average season so far and a terrible qualifying at Adelaide. 24th on the grid.
He made
it that far down the grid.
He made it up in the race, of course.
Absolutely.
race from him.
I mean, that's just goes to show really the standard that if you didn't bring your A game, you're going to get demolished no matter who you were. Dave Lalonde, Greco, Van Dorn, anybody. Gregory de Grief. This is a story here, isn't there, Ivo? Because Gregory de Grief has left the Black Rebels team for this series. A bit of a rift there in that team.
There's something going on.
Something definitely going on in that team at the moment. Rumours of censorship going on at our old site. Gregory de Grief is now in that skin, as you can see. Still number 07 though. Ross McGregor with an excellent lap. 7th place he's gone. And that's another one of the drivers who's been just performing so brilliantly. And of course we had that great battle at the end of Hidden Valley, Ivo, between Ross McGregor and Tom Ailey and Eric Tavide and Matty Orban and Nicky Dufresne, and everybody just joined in the end as well.
There was some proper racing, indeed.
There was some excellent racing. Unfortunately, there's no Tom Ailey or Eric Tavide here today, so we might have seen a few more fireworks. And of course, Loeffler was a driver who was penalised for contacting with Butcher during the first lap of the race, spinning Butcher to the barriers on the right hand side, and that spat Butcher back across the track. And of course Johnson, his THR teammate, ended up hitting him and ruining both of their races. In fact, it was lucky that only 2 people were involved in the end during that accident. One of the biggest we've seen in DPS history. In fact, Marco Felix goes up into 13th, and it's very competitive. Look at that, 53.133 from both Brent and Yunt in 11th and 12th. And a 150 from Felix, so we've definitely got some groups of guys here. We've got the top 4 who are very close together. Then we've got Levesque and Butcher and McGregor and Loeffler very close together, with Dave Lalonde and Grief not too far behind either. Then we've got a bit of a gap, and Brent and Yunt and Felix and Johnson. So once again, we're getting these groups of drivers giving us some great action.
Yeah, no matter where you are, you have somebody to battle, for sure.
Absolutely, we've always got somebody to battle in DPS, there's no doubt about that. No matter how fast or how slow you are. The seasons, the years that we've run leagues. Last year's runner-up, of course, teammate, the illustrious Florian Strauss, and at the moment not putting it together. And in fact, he struggled here last season, Ivo, in the first race of the season. Of course, we could have put that down to not being able to put the time and effort in at the start of the season, being new to it, because he was slow also at Adelaide in the second race in 2011. But here he's struggling again. Yeah, but it's a big difference always, because you like the track or you don't, and then if you don't like the track, you're always thinking about it. I hate this corner. It's very difficult to. And if you like the track, it's just a flow and everything. So absolutely, it always comes back to haunt you. Yeah, I gotta say it's one of my most hated tracks. I don't know how you feel about it, Ivo, but definitely.
I must say I drove a lot with open wheelers, and then it's not also not my favorite track, of course. It's just. I don't like habits, hard braking zones, so that's my favourite one.
No, I'm not a big fan either of hard braking zones, and it just seems like it's just a flat, uninspiring track to me, and that's what puts me off about the track. But Schlemo's seems to have a decent lap here. It's only a half a second down in that first section, and that's only
he's going to improve.
He's got to improve. He's got no choice really. 6 tenths down now. Oh, look at that understeer there. That was terrible. Also, at least a couple of tenths there just with that understeer. Just would not get out of the corner at all. And Schlemer now down towards turn 18 and 19. Schlemer has to improve. He's 20th at the moment with 2 minutes to go in this session. He's got one more chance after this if he screws up. But it looks like he will improve, and VR's gone faster in that second sector, of course. That's where Danny Asprey is having that trouble. And
very low.
The line. 17 still only. 17 still only.
The last sector?
In that final sector. That was an understeer going out of turn 17. Turn 16, sorry.
Oh, really?
Unbelievable stuff. Danny Asprey off the track there on a fast lap. VR, will he improve? No, he won't improve, I don't think. 52.341, but that is good enough to put him in 4th place twice there with his 2 laps. And he must be quite frustrated actually, because he's come on so well. He must be pleased with it, but to be just 2 tenths off getting a pole position, he must be frustrated, because he's driving very well indeed. In fact, he has doubts about whether he would even make this race before he came here today because of his internet connection back in his hometown Portugal. Hometown in Portugal, should I say. Of course, Portugal is not a town.
No, it's not a town, no. Is it Schlemer in the back, or is it Strauss?
Let's try and find out. That's Strauss. Strauss on the lap. Where is Tobias Schlemer? David Lar goes 6th.
Ah, nice.
So he continues to improve, just by a couple of tenths. That's enough to improve several positions here. Butcher in 7th. We've got THR Red in 5th and 7th. Levesque won't be pleased. Even if he did a PB though, Levesque, he would still only be in 5th position.
Yeah, he's got one lap now, yeah. We saw Butcher saying that he was looking forward to this event. He was aiming for top 5, so...
Definitely within striking distance, but that. Let's try and find out who the front runners is on a hot lap. Yes, Torborg's on a hot lap, let's stick with him. Oh, very good out of there. Looks like the car was just squirming ever so slightly under power, which is okay, of course. Let's go on board with him.
Oh, Schlemer bell. I think Schlemer is a bad sector, or...
Schlemer's still in 18th at the moment. 18th now. Somebody's knocked him down one position. See the drivers flicking the cars through these corners. That's what we have to do in a qualifying lap. And of course, it doesn't work in the race. You end up just ruining those tyres. And plenty of friction here as well, even though it is a cool night. VR is also up. That must be in the 2nd sector again. What's Jesper Torborg doing? Here is VR towards the line. He's not going to improve again. He can't quite get there. But Torborg, he's in striking distance now. He was 2/10 slower before in the final sector with his fastest lap before. But he's 2 tenths up now.
You can't lose this one. I mean, he lost, of course, in the last sector also 2 seconds in his fastest lap.
He did. He lost 2 tenths.
Let's see what he does.
1 tenth behind, didn't he? So if he just equals it, he should just be ahead of Danny Asbury out of the final corner. Driving towards the line, Jesper Torborg, can he get pole? No, he doesn't!
Last sector again.
Last sector, 4 tenths slower in the final sector. Oh, Jesper Torborg.
He has some magic there then, Asbury.
Danny Asbury has just waltzed his way through that final sector.
Yeah.
Levesque is up though, Levesque has a chance. Levesque has a chance here for pole position. He's 2 tenths up. What can he do? That looked like a great exit there from turn 17, I have to say. Looked like a wonderful exit.
Nice.
Nice flowing line through there. Just get the car settled. Just come off the curb. Onto the blue side. Hit the apex. Oh, it could be. It could be it. Will Levesque? Will it be his first pole?
Yes
it is! 0.015 of a second. Willie Levesque take it. Wow. Wonderful lap there from the French Canadian. The Clio Euro Series champion takes his first Virtual V8 Supercar.
Oh, but Asbury will get it.
What a lap, Ivo.
Oh, it was beautiful lines in the last sector also.
It was indeed. Now Strauss, he's still out on track, of course, so he could spoil the party. He's 4 tenths down, he's not going to spoil the party. No. Unfortunately, because Levesque. Such a great final sector there from Asbury, because Levesque only just beat it in the end, despite the fact he was almost 2 tenths up, so I don't think Strauss will improve unless he brings some magic, and no, it's going to actually head into the pits. Whoa, missed the game pod banner. Into the pits he goes. Anybody out left on track? Yunt is out on track, 8 seconds down, he's not going to improve. Felix is back into the pit also. Anybody left? Schlemo 18th. Matthew Orban 21st, he'll be disappointed with that because he looked promising before that. And, Bottom's going to finish the lap also, not going to improve either. Levesque, pole position.
Just the last second, Asbury will be good at right now.
Absolutely, has to have the headlights one more round now.
Yeah, he did that first. He did it time in the first lap. So he thought, okay, nobody's improving anymore. So I got it. That's a great lap from William.
It was indeed a concerted effort there from William Levesque, and
it was great to see two new guys at the front row.
Absolutely, and that's actually an all new front row for this season. Neither of those drivers have been on the front row this season at all. That is big news for those. And we got the 2 championship leaders in the second row together. So, and then VR and Davel are in behind with Butcher, McGregor, De Grief, and Loeffler. Ex-teammates, current teammates, whatever you want to call them, De Grief and Loeffler on that 5th row. Very close indeed, 100 between the two.
You just beat him.
Just beat him. It's a bit of a matter of pride there from the reigning champion, the 2010 champion.
I'm McGregor
7th, and Levesque's first. So I wonder if there's a big gap, though, isn't it, between 5th and 6th? Look at that, half a second.
Yeah.
The top 5 look like they're in a league of their own, almost. As VR just left the game. Hopefully they'll just come back in again, just tweaking a few settings. Let's run you through the grid now. Levesque, of course, on that pole position. That wonderful lap also from Danny Asbury, but that one missed apex, I wonder if he'll just regret that now. He almost had it, but at the last second, it was a French Canadian who stole it from him. Just 18 years old. Danny Asbury from Philadelphia was denied. It's Torborg from Denmark, 52.071, third place. He's the championship leader. Florian Strauss from Germany, fourth. Fifth place there is Francisco Villa. I don't see his name at the moment because he just left the server, but Francisco Villa from Portugal in fifth place. I apologise, Ross, if I got that completely wrong. Anyway, the fifth row is Gregory de Vries of Belgium, of course. Andres Loeffler of Germany. See how many nationalities we have here in this field. 11th place is David Junt of Switzerland. 12th place is Marco Felix of Portugal. 13th place is Kevin Brent of the USA. James Johnson there, alongside him on the 7th row. He is from England. Gary Lennon, definitely from Scotland. If you ever heard him talking, you definitely remember he was from Scotland.
Or maybe that big Scottish flag on the roof of his car. So
yes, absolutely. That's a good giveaway. Andrew Holm from Sweden, alongside him on that 8th row, and he's been beaten by his teammate this time in qualifying. That's the first time this season that David Jones has beaten his teammate Adrian Holm in qualifying. So two Nijo guys, always closely matched. Eric Strani, 17th, is another big story. That 9th row is a bit of a scout for the people above them, isn't it, Ivo?
Yeah, just 1.5 seconds off the pace, really. It's just, yeah, especially those both guys are, most of the time more up the grid.
Absolutely, because these are the guys who finished 4th and 5th and 7th at Hidden Valley. So,
yep.
Unbelievable stuff. Look for them to come through the field, hopefully. Well, hopefully for them at least. Eric Strani is from Sweden. Tobias Schlemmer is from Germany. Bruno Sousa Ferreira from Portugal. Tommy Oyala from Finland. And then the 11th row is Mate Orban from Hungary. Tomasz Wanizewski is from Poland. He's managed to tear himself away from Euro 2012 for this event. Andy Johnson is from New Zealand. Nicky Dufresne is from Belgium. Lee Palmer from England. 26th is Giuseppe Churchill. He's from Italy on the 13th row. 14th row is Hugo Gomez. He's from Portugal. Teammate and compatriot of Marco Felix. 28th is Jonathan Mottram. He's from England. And 29th is Jonathan Okerklint. And he is from Sweden. That rounds out the grid here today. Your pick for the race win? Esbury
is doing quite well, of course, but we saw the last races that he was struggling in the race for some reason. So, but of course he has some more pace here. But I go for Taubo again.
Go for Taubo again.
He's in the zone now in third place.
Okay, I'm gonna stick my neck out. I'm gonna go with Levesque.
Okay.
It might not seem risky to you guys who are seeing, oh, he's on pole position, of course, you can pick at him, but Levesque this season has not been able to match the race pace of either Torbo or Strauss or his team boss, Toby Davis, who's unfortunately not here today, is celebrating, well, he's having a 21st birthday is in a couple of days. A few days, I think, 3 days time on Tuesday. So happy birthday to Toby for Tuesday.
Yeah, but the viewers also know, of course, by now that it's the racing is completely different than in qualification. So
absolutely, looking after those tyres is becoming crucial, isn't it?
Yeah.
Andy Johns has been solidly moving up through the season also as well. Struggled in pre-qualifying, just about got onto the grid for that opening race. Since then he's really moved forward, making sure he's finishing races, making sure he's on the pace, and also making those sacrifices to be up early in the morning. Of course, he's from New Zealand, remember, so he's really having to get up early in the morning and race here today. Not quite as early as some guys from Australia, for example, like Steve Hoppett, who's newly joined our series, is in Division 2 for this event. He's had to get up at 4:30 in the morning to be able to race here today. So just the appeal of this championship, and it's truly global. We've actually got drivers from Hawaii and New Zealand, from each end of the globe, Ivo, and also we've got do we have anybody from South Africa? We don't have anybody from South Africa in this particular league.
No.
We do have people from Australia, which is kind of the same latitude, I think, as South Africa, so that counts.
Yeah, South Africa is just the same time as here almost.
So we, is it longitude or latitude when it's going across? That's latitude, isn't it? Longitude is. Anyway, never mind.
I don't pay attention to school things.
You pay attention to school. Lesson from Ivo Simons: stay in school. Stay in school.
Stay in school, yeah. Racing school. Racing school.
Racing school. Stay in actual school, boys and girls. Otherwise, you end up doing this for the rest of your life, and you don't make much of your life, unfortunately. You get stuck in a commentary booth with Ivo Simons. Anyway, moving on swiftly. I was speaking about people. We've got people from very south part of the world. Unfortunately, we've got nobody racing from Antarctica. That would have been ideal. We've got people racing from Finland and Sweden, which is right, of course, at the north end of the world. So, yeah, truly global. To each end of the globe is this league, and that's it's wonderful to see. Just 2 minutes to go in warm-up here. Who we've not seen too much of during the session. Not seen too much of Tommy Oyala, who's missing his friend and teammate here today, Eric Tveit, who always produces fireworks. We've got to wait for Tommy Oyala to produce a few fireworks here today. He actually got lapped by his own teammate at Hidden Valley, so you're definitely looking forward to improving here. And of course, he's a former World Touring Masters winner, Ivo. In fact, you competed against him. Yeah,
I remember Troy Rivera quite good. I think season 3, right? Or season 2 was that?
Season 2, yeah.
So I
was under lights also, so maybe the lights would be a good omen for him.
Maybe it's a good thing for him, yeah. But it was a little bit on the tighter track in this one.
Yes, a bit of tighter track.
I was really happy for him when he won.
This was an amazing win as well. Also, just kept it nice and consistent, and took advantage of Toby self-destructing once again by taking out both Dave Lar and himself. And Tommy Oyala was there just to pick up the pieces and take the win in his trusty Sierra Cosworth.
Yeah, that's what you meant. If people see that he puts a lot of practice in for that event also and for the whole season, and people see that, and then that way you get much respect.
You really do reap the rewards as well, of course, and it's not just the couple of tenths that it gives you in qualifying lap, it's the fact that you're able to match that over and over again, and that's so important in the race.
Yeah.
Of course, people seem to go for hot laps all the time, and then they forget that it's the race where all the points are given. There is no points whatsoever for qualifying, not even one. And all the points are in the race. That's what it's all about. 43 laps here today is going to be a test for the drivers. Not quite as bad as Adelaide. We all heard Jesper Torborg after Adelaide in the driver interview, sounding sounded absolutely exhausted by that event.
We can expect a two-stopper. It's the choice here.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not talk strategy. Sorry, Ivo. So if you want to, we can cover that.
No, it's a long event of 200 kilometers, so I can expect a two-stopper here.
I expect people to be on lap 14 and 28 just to get perhaps a bit of an undercut. That would make the most sense to me. Not saying that extra lap has been costly for a few drivers this season so far, isn't it? Namely Strauss and Carter, if you remember.
It's so important, yeah. And of course it is colder here, so you think the tire wear is less, but the nature of the track provides a lot of tire wear, same as other tracks really. That's thing's been surprising, hasn't it? Because we haven't got the power oversteer anymore to ruin those tyres, and we haven't got the high temperatures, but still we've got the abrasive nature of the turns to ruin the tyres. And as you can see, Kevin Brent's got a new skin for this event. He's in the Coca-Cola skin after 05 Motorsport pulled out, and he's now an independent driver. Which other skins have we got? Just quickly show you which skins we've got. We've got of course Francisco Villar in a new skin. Of course, he's disappeared down the field now because he left earlier. There's Francisco Villar. There is his new skin. In fact, I like that skin more than any other THR skins now, Ivo. And still the green and red you got familiar with in the first event, so it's quite easy to spot, even more now.
Yeah, nice and distinctive, isn't it, as well? That's thanks to the mastery. That's thanks to the mastery of Yves Rose, who's had some very bad luck this season so far in Division 2, and also in Division 1, of course, when there's a Barbagallo involved in that start line crash. But he's painted all those cars for THR, that's one of them. Within the VEC, pole position. First time this season he's been on pole position.
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
In fact, that's, I think, the first pole position since Calder Park, I think, in Clio's.
Okay.
Within the VEC. Maybe even longer than that. Anyway, he'll be looking to make sure his car goes well. There is the skin of Jonathan Okerklint, a manga skin, as you can see, and also he's got the Eric Plimmer banner on there as well. Of course, very sadly lost Eric Plimmer, a former sim racing compatriot of ours, to cancer earlier this year, and his loss, of course, is still very much felt throughout the community. May he rest in peace. There's Jonathan Motteram. He's an Optimum teammate of Jonathan Okerklint, but of course he is actually just scoring for a different team in the championship. Optimum Commodore as opposed to Optimum Focus. So sister team just like THR Red and THR Orange, the same kind of design. And here is Hugo Gomez. He's got the same livery as Tiago Rodriguez, who was at Hidden Valley, for those who recall him being there. Definitely Churchill in all these skins pretty much before, and Andy John's got a slightly different skin, I think, from Hidden Valley. No, I think he actually did that just before Hidden Valley. A few more bright stripes on that car. We've actually changed the colours of Bruno Sousa Ferreira. He's gone for, it's in the same skin, but he's now blue instead of red. He's got the nice WBR.
It's quite logic, of course. Blue Racing and then blue skin.
now has the blue skin, and don't get told off from Mr. Damacos. Here is Tobias Lane, where he's got it all to do here. What do you reckon, Ivo? You reckon he can do it? What position would you think? If you're in the position right now, you're back in 18th position. What would you be aiming for? What position would be you aiming for in the race?
10.
Knowing you've got top 10.
Yeah, he's lucky. Yeah, you know they have more pace, so they can go top 10, and they're quite lucky that, of course, it's quite a wide track and a long straight, so there's opportunities to overtake.
It's very narrow, isn't it? In the corners, it's much narrower than you kind of. Even when you look at it, you think, oh, it's a wide track, but in the corners, it's actually quite narrow.
Yeah, it's good. It ties up, so it's very difficult to drive next to each other. But of course, there's long straights and hard braking zones that always provides some good overtaking and more room for overtaking. So.
I hope we see that here today, but he's got some very solid drivers get past, and these drivers ahead of him, I think, pretty much all of them are great racers. We've got Adrian Hulme ahead of him, who's very consistent. We've got Gary Lennon, of course, everyone knows he's consistent. James Johnson, a real racer. Kevin Brent, we know, looks after his tyres. Yep. Marco Felix the same. David Junz, perhaps a bit more flaky than others around him, but he's got plenty of raw speed. Andres Loeffler as well, plenty of raw speed, and those perhaps uses his tyres more than other drivers, but is improving constantly throughout the season in terms of that. Gregory DeGree, they've got a former champion ahead of him, so they've got plenty of opposition to even get up into that top 10 even. It's not going to be a cakewalk for them at all.
No, of course, but he just needs to concentrate and just do good pit stops and maybe an undercut or anything. Just be focused, and then things possible.
Let's see if we can have a look at these start lights. There they are in front of us.
In 2011, we saw Gregory DeGree on second place, jumping the start on we started Wayne Douglas, I think, was the first.
It was Wayne Douglas, indeed it was.
Yeah. So see if the second on the grid is a better starting position. Let's see.
We'll have to see. It's actually inside, but it's quite a big stagger. And the red lights are on board with Torborg. All 5 lights are on, all 5 lights are off, and Torborg gets away from the grid very well.
Oh no, Strauss!
He's bogged down!
That's Strauss.
Big reaction for bogged down Strauss. Straight through the field. Oh, Torborg's getting monstered by several drivers here. He's down to 4th position. On the inside is coming Chris Butcher also, overtaking him. Someone's taken out that Bollard already. The win wouldn't last very long, but Levesque leads around the outside. Florian Strauss has the inside now on Dan Esbury into turns 4, 5 and 6. And it looks like he's got the move done. Yes,
Strauss again, like Hidden Valley.
That's the same thing, 4th to 2nd, the same at Hidden Valley.
Yeah?
Yep.
He found some magic.
Asbury 3rd place at the moment. 4th place, Chris Butcher, he's had a good start to do the race. Jesper Torborg is now in 5th and stalking his team. I wonder if Chris will just let him go through, knowing that Jesper's in a championship battle. Oh, Jesper just backs out of it and comes back in behind. I thought he was going to get passed by several of the drivers there, in fact. Davilar and VR. VR's had a very poor start also. Back from 4th on the grid, 5th on the grid, sorry, back to 7th.
Gregory lost 2 positions and Jens.
Gregory's stayed stage, I think that's where
he got one back now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Gregory qualified in 9th alongside Loeffler, who was in 10th, so Felix is the one who's gained the most out of that start, it seems to me. Let's have a look at the gains. Here you are, Strauss. Strauss is taking the lead! Strauss is taking the lead! There we are, we've missed that just off the camera.
Yeah,
coming down into turn 11, I think this is, if I remember correctly, and of course we're going to miss the pass. Typical there. Oh, there we are, there we go. We actually see the pass pretty much. There you go.
Good move.
That's a textbook manoeuvre there from Florian Strauss, who now leads this race. Out of 17.
Yeah, this started long straight, hard braking point, and then this when you're playing a little bit wide.
The prophecy of Ivo Simons comes to fruition once again. 4 places Marco Felix has gained off that start.
Felix,
gained 4. Felix is up another as well, up 5.
He's on fire?
Who's on fire?
Felix?
Oh, sorry, he's on fire. I thought you meant literally then. That was why.
No, not literally.
No, but he is on fire at the start of this race. He's got past Peter Develar. Via's got past Develar also, so Develar's dropped down a couple of positions now. Back to the main standings there. There you are. Felix out of shape. Out of front of the field. Danny Asbury monstering Levesque. Into turn 4, 5 and 6. Levesque defending because he's allowed Strauss just to get away. Strauss is getting away, and all the THR crew all holding each other up here because, of course, ATR Nocturne used to be THR Nocturne, so we got 5 of them all together there. Levesque, Asbury, Butcher, Torborg, VR. As fast as you can say them, they go past the camera.
Oh, Asbury
Down the inside, he really wants to get past, but he can't do half-hearted manoeuvres. He has to make a pass stick. Of course, now Levesque has 1.4 second gap to Strauss. It's 0.6 at the end of the last sector. So we're just costing more time, Ivo.
The bending also force takes more time, and Strauss is just looking at his rearview mirror now, he's laughing a little bit, so I'll pull away now.
Absolutely. He just after his tyres. Asbury's gone deep. And he's cut right across his gate and got plenty of advantage there. He's pulled out a couple of car lengths on Chris Butcher. Made the mistake, had no reason with it to go through that section and gain positions. But he'll be trying to look to get away with that, but BDI and the race stewards will be on that after the race, I'm pretty sure. Chris Butcher is in 4th, Torborg in 5th, VR in 6th. Just look at that mistake again from Danny Asbury. There you are.
He's really used to keep the concentration now. We saw it in the, of course, in the previous events also, that in the first laps he dropped down the field a little, so just trying too hard, just keep your concentration now, drive your lines. And think about attacking maybe a little bit later.
Back to the live action. Strauss actually lost a couple of tenths in that final section. Asbury, as we've seen all season long, all over the place under braking, seems to be able to hold onto the car very, very well indeed. Of course, he's running very rearward brake bias, very straight, very different to other people who generally run at least 58 to 65 brake bias. He runs 50-50, just like down the inside VR. Oh, that was almost a great move. Almost a great move. And then I think he remembered at the last second, oh, that's my teammate. Had to get out of the way. But look at Felix and Develar right in behind. It's a really close battle here. Not able to see much of the action back further in the field because it's all happening up at the front at the moment. VR's pulling out from the slipstream of Jesper Torborg, having a look. No, not quite able to do so, of course. You've got to be so careful breaking into those zones because, of course, it might seem tempting with that long braking zone, but the car's so heavy, Ivo. Yeah.
Just but it's going to get worse, of course, with later in the stint with all tires. It doesn't want to brake really.
Absolutely not, and that De Grief also is right on the back of this group, you know, right on the back of this group. There he is. He's really gaining from all these guys, just slightly holding each other up at every single corner. A couple of tenths here, a couple of tenths there, and Gregory De Grief says, "Thank you very much. I'll eat those."
For the rest, it stayed the same a little, the grid, so cover for big position changes, but for the rest it was quite civil. And
yeah, it's been quite civil indeed. But it's all brewing nicely, isn't it? They're all very close together indeed. And when I say very close together, I mean close together. Look how close they are. Just streaming around the track. No quarter given, no quarter being taken at the moment either. Nobody's doing any silly moves. It's wonderful to see. Oh, Lufman just slightly wide of that corner there, but managed to recover it. Good recovery there. Fastest lap there from Florian Strauss. At the front of the field, there he is. Reigning champion, leads the race. Qualified third here last year, finished 7th.
Torborg is not going to like this view.
He's not.
It's already 5 seconds already, so...
Gap between Butcher and Asbury is 1.9 seconds. I have a feeling Torborg will be making the call pretty soon. Chris, it's out of my way. I've lost 5 seconds in just 3 laps here, mate. I need to get past. I think Torborg likes to do things the proper way. He doesn't like to force people to move over. I've seen it a couple of times this season so far. Toby Davis through.
I don't think he's shouting over TeamSpeak.
Move over new.
Oh, and Torborg. No, having a look. Vio down the inside. Felix just about got the car stopped. You can see the car squirming under braking there. Just have a quick look at that on the replay. And there is Felix. He fancies a run. He's got a little bit of a slipstream. Not quite enough of an exit to get the momentum going. The momentum only comes halfway down the straight, and therefore he's not able to make the move. Just threatens. Oh, look at him wiggling under braking. Right in behind the game pod wing of Francisco Villa. He just about got that one stopped. Back to the live action now. Now it's open up a gap, and Felix and Davila are side by side. Davila backs out of it in the end, and that allows the Grief to close just a bit more. McGregor and Lovelet still very close together. That means that Yunt is there still as well. And Lennon, way across the track, got out of shape, I think, out of the corner, and that's allowed Holm through. There we go.
Run right here.
Holm takes advantage. Lennon sensible there. He didn't try to fight the position too much. Realised that Holm had the higher ground. If he fought too much, he would have been on the outside, and Strani would have taken advantage also. Just on the progress of Strani, he's made 2 positions, but where? It's Tobias Schlemo. He's made one position.
Yeah.
Not happening unfortunately at the moment for Tobias Schlemo. I think the only person who's got past is James Johnson. Everybody down the field shouldn't be. No, everybody seems to be. Oh, Brenton made a mistake somewhere. He was up in 13th at one point. He's now back to 23rd. Look, just a lap ago he was in 13th.
Yeah.
Not sure what's happened to him. Oh, Brent's got it all to do now also as well.
Yeah, he had a first sector of 42 seconds, so he lost 10 seconds. So
having a small spin, maybe a bit of contact.
Oh, McGregor is something that was there.
Where McGregor has disappeared. Yeah, where's McGregor gone?
Yeah, I seem.
There he is. Back down. Oh, Lovo as well is also going to the field. These two made contact. Let's see if we can get. Oh, there is contact. There is definitely contact. Oh, it looks like it's Loeffler again. I can't quite see it on the replay.
I'm not sure really.
We can't tell at all, can we?
Somebody hit him? No, No.
Well, I think maybe Gunt perhaps hit him because he had to reverse out the way pretty quickly in the end, didn't he? Gunt's game positions, he hasn't lost any, so not quite sure what happened there. Let's try and check it on the replay.
Only McGregor and Leffler had bad first sectors now. It was quite a second.
Okay, let's have a quick look on. I'm going to quick look on the replay on my own computer to see if I can catch it on here. And yes, it is Loeffler. Just broke a bit too late. Tried to dive on the inside. Actually, he actually hit the inside barrier on turn 1. That pushed him into McGregor from way back. Of course, that spun McGregor around, and Loeffler waited for McGregor sportingly. He did wait for McGregor very sportingly, and allowed him to resume his position. But of course, that's cost McGregor very dearly indeed. And now Loeffler's having a battle with Andy Johns just in behind. You can see there we are out of turn 17, and through goes Loeffler.
Looks like Strani got past Lennon.
Strani was 12th all of a sudden.
Yeah.
After those couple of incidents.
3 places suddenly.
Picked up Brents. He's picked up, of course, McGregor and Lennon now, and of course Loeffler. Oh, nice and sensible. In behind we've got a nice battle. Lennon. Oh yeah, Johnson and Schlemo.
Was Brents in the pits? Or not?
No, Brents is back in 25th now.
Yeah,
because he couple of positions, so I'm not sure what's happened to him.
1 minute, second sector. So
anyway, back at the front of the field, Levesque and Asbury still very close together indeed. 2.7 seconds is the gap to Levesque to Strauss. 4/10 just the gap from Levesque to Asbury. Of course, we've seen it from Asbury. Later in the stints, he does fall away. Butcher and Tolborg very close together still, and VR is able to hang there as well as a result.
The gap is getting big now. To Strauss into the top 3.
Absolutely, and just after 5.5 laps, the gap is 6 seconds in Tolborg and Strauss. It's the battle for the championship, of course. If Strauss stays where he is, and Tolborg stays where he is in those positions, I think Strauss will take the lead in the championship. Indeed, he will.
Yeah, but Chris is not driving really slow or something. So
no, not at all. Definitely not defensive.
No, so
very solid lines. And maybe Tolborg just holding a station in behind, like he did with Toby Davis in Hidden Valley. He just held him behind, saved some tyres, which Chris Butcher's not doing right now.
Not doing that.
He's out of turn 17. I think Tolborg's hungry to get past at this point. On VR, out of shape also. Of course, drivers having to try so hard to try and keep up with these drivers around them. Felix and Dave. Oh, this is a good battle. Felix, Dave and De Grief. There's a bit of pedigree for him in that battle for 7th place.
Yeah, Felix moved up quite a bit, but now he's lost the touch a little bit to the top 6. They were very close in the beginning, but people are finding their groups now.
We have several groups throughout the field, don't we? We've got Felix, Dave and Grief right here. We got Junt and Hulm again together on the track here, they're two teammates. Strali catching this group very quickly indeed, so look for that group to become a three-car battle pretty soon as well. We've got Lennon, Oyala, Johnson, Schlemo, all very close as well. Nicky DeFrey is a bit lonely, but trying to tack onto that group. Orban's got Ross McGregor for company, and Ross McGregor has Andrews Loeffler for company as well. I'm sure he's loving that. Andy Johns is in 21st position. He's got Lee Palmer just behind. We're not too far back from him. Bruno Ferreira's not had a good start to the race either. He's back in 22nd.
Good move. Oh.
Down the inside he comes. Oh, and Lee Palmer goes for...
Oh, outside!
Oh!
No!
Ferreira's off! Oh, in the wall he goes!
Oh! He has his bumper still. Oh, gee.
More of a touch of the wall there.
Yeah.
Playing what that?
I think Ferreira pushed Palmer a little bit too far over the there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He got a little, yeah, he got a little bit of oversteers, and that way he pushed the Palmer too much over the curb.
Try and find Lee Palmer now, shall we? Sorry for there we go. Here is Lee Palmer on the outside.
Yeah, there we go, stick. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They both got a bit sideways, I think, as Ferreira tried to put the power on, and Palmer was out on the grass. They both got a bit sideways, and of course the trajectory just managed to push them both. And Palmer's got past Johns also, so Johns has made a small mistake somewhere. And Zevsky and Church go close together as well. There is Gomez, just trying to keep up. Rents hasn't been in the pits because he's way down. He's not even making a move forward either.
Okay, Torborg is past Butcher.
So Torborg's got past Butcher finally. Go back to the front of the field. There we go. Oh, press right button, Ryan. There we go. There is Jesper Torborg. He's now in 4th position. I wonder if we can catch that on the replay. And it's not looking. Oh, here we go. Into turn 1.
Okay, just a good run out of the left corner.
The essence of the move, it seems. And there is the move there. Torborg goes through the fencing and for the replay, obviously, unable to show that for the lag obviously involved. But Butcher now has VR for company instead.
No, Levesque is a little bit. He's going faster than Strauss. A lot faster than. He's 2 tenths faster than Strauss.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. There he goes. VR got so close to the back of Chris Butcher's car there. Yeah, the gap is 2.6 seconds. He has closed the gap a little bit, hasn't he? Just
Levesque is 2 tenths faster than Strauss last lap, 3 tenths faster than Essery, and 4 tenths faster than Torborg. So.
Because Torborg was making a pass also into turn 1, which is slowed him slightly. So.
Yeah, but
look for Torborg to come back at him because gap is 2.4 now. Look, so Levesque's gained another 0.2 of a second. Also, Asbury as well as gained a couple of tenths. So
he's coming.
Definitely not over there. David has passed Marco Felix, by the way. And as a result, this battle now also has, as well as David Felix and Grieve, excuse me, there's Junt and Hulm have tacked onto this battle. As you can see, looking back from the Grease car with the game pod wing, there is Junt and there is Hulm, and not too far behind them is Mr. Eric Strali. So this is going to become a superhuman battle, I think, for at least the first stint. But Chris Butcher still has VR for company. Jesper Torborg's taken half a second out of Strauss in the last couple of sectors.
Yeah.
And VR.
There you go.
Move! No!
No.
He looked to get on the inside there again, unable to do so. Looks like a place for him to try and make a move, isn't it?
Yeah, he likes to do it, but he can't pull it off yet, so...
I know he had a very unique line through there, actually, through that section. He was going very tight through that first section on all of his hot laps.
Yeah, it's quite
wide and taking the classical line.
Okay, yeah, it's a quite scary line, of course. If somebody's in front of you, you have a big chance if you hit the side of a car, if you take that line the whole time. And the others take the normal line.
Oh, here we are. This looks more promising for Francesco VR right in behind Chris Butcher now. Will he pull out and make a pass? No, he's not doing it. I would have thought that would have been the key place to make a pass right there. He was in a beautiful slipstream.
Yeah, it was a bit too far, I think. A bit.
Ah, just stuff it down there. Get it over with. Get yourself in front and get yourself lapping. Torborg's only gained a 10th of a second on this lap. Levesque has lost time now. So Strauss has pulled away again from Levesque.
I think Junt and Holm switched positions.
Sector. Sorry, Ivo.
I think Holm and Junt changed positions again.
Did they have? in that sector also. Well, I might actually catch that on the replay. Good spot.
Oh,
well, there we
yeah.
are actually. Oh, that's Holm getting out of shape. No, that's not where he changed because Holm is ahead, of course, at this point. And there we are, down into. This is what I just got VR should have done. Oh, and De Grief was trying to go past Felix there as well, just in the foreground, as you can see. Look. De Grief was on the outside.
He was past it.
A little bit of contact there. And Felix just about managed to squeeze back onto the track before De Grief took away his apex. That's a live action. That's right into turn 1. Holm and De Grief and Felix. De Grief is through.
They got him.
De Grief is through. Contact. Holm and Felix contact. It's got him. Holm almost got through there. That was crazy stuff. And look at these drivers now. Strani's right there. Felix has got lots of company here. Felix again under pressure in the middle part of the last part of the stints. It's all this Hidden Valley. A great battle with Craven Brents and then just dropped off. And this is the same kind of thing. Let's quick replay of that. That was epic stuff down to the first corner, Ivo. Look at this. Oh wow!
Yeah, he's running a bit wider.
Many corners. Try and get a good viewpoint here. So just go on board on the bonnet cam. Here we are.
Oh, De Grief is just Felix left some room there. Went for the cutback. Then
oh, look how close!
Oh!
Right up against the wall!
That was scary. That was scary.
And usually it's the middle guy who.
Yeah, but
with the worst of that end of that, and it's not. Oh, and Felix and De Grief are battling once again. Let's go back to live action.
Yep. Oh, he goes home again. Home.
There we go. There we go. We're going to watch on the replay. Let's watch the whole thing on the replay just here, so we can go along with this action, which is. Excellent stuff. Felix down the inside of De Grief. Oh, bit of an ambitious move there. Just about got the car stopped. De Grief had to go through. Oh, sideways. Side by side contact. Here comes Holm down the inside. And Holm gets him as well. So great racing here. Oh, out of shape. Flashing the lights as they try and get the car corrected.
There's one little mistake.
It's settled down ever so slightly for now. De Grief now under pressure from David Junt.
So De Grief is going from 8 to 11 again, almost.
Oh, he just about got the car around the final corner. He kept the momentum up, trying to keep ahead of David Junt. And Lennon and Johnson are joining in now also as well, so that's even more exciting stuff. Harry Johnson just in behind. Lennon is very much in contact with this group. On board now, we're going to go with Gregory De Grief. Looking back, there is David Junt. Eric Strani in behind him, side by side, into turns 4, 5 and 6. Oh, there is Holm! Where did he come from? De Grief down the inside of Holm. Great move there, that's what we've been trying to do, and now
it's a good back now. This is a better run now.
Oh, he's got the power on. Oh, he's got it, you know.
Yeah.
Unless Holm can get a draft here.
He needs to go defensive.
There we go.
Go defensive.
Into turn 7. Down the inside. Now into turn 8.
Okay,
held the inside. Will Holm do the cutback? Yes, he will.
Oh, no.
Trying to keep up the barrier. But he'll lose a position to Holm, Junt, and Strani. And here comes Johnson and Lennon as well. Johnson's got past Lennon in it. Strani and Junt. Side by side ahead of us. Side by side down towards turn 9. 3 wide. Strani's going down the inside of Holm. Unbelievable. How did he do that? Oh, contact. Holm and Junt. Contact there. Oh, unbelievable stuff. And the Holm managed to stay on the track. Strani's in the top 10.
He's in the top 10.
Unbelievable. Strani's in the top 10 like I was saying. Oh, he had to fight to get there though. That was unbelievable stuff. Let's go back on board with Eric Strani and watch that incredible piece of action. Oh, this is insane stuff. Let's go on board with Eric Strani. Here we are. So here's the first move. How did turn 4, 5 and 6? He's got the run on Junt, Ivo.
Yeah,
he's going to run outside.
Yeah, I saw it in the background there, but we're focusing more on the brief and this. Oh, this is great. Out of shape there.
There goes the Grief out of shape, of course, across the front of Holm.
Oh, he got it's blocked a little. Okay.
Yeah, because of course Grief went across the track, and then Strani squeezed down the inside. Holm giving him a Ford Falcon-sized gap, and Strani says, "Thank you very much. I'll take that as well." And then Holm was just too close to the brakes, it seems. And Strani says, "Thank you very much, boys. I love all those positions." Let's watch it from De Grief's point of view. Grief into the pits, I think. Where's he gone?
Grief in the pits, I think. Yeah.
He's gone to the pits. Yes.
That was DNF.
DNF?
It says DNF on lap races.
What has happened to De Grief? Indeed, he is DNF.
He didn't have,
That's
the damage.
let's try and stay with this battle. Let's because of the way the replay function works, he's behind Bruno Sousa Ferreira. That's Bruno Sousa Ferreira. Here is De Grief. Now there is Johnson down the inside. This is what from his point of view, of course. Go on board with him. There is Junt ahead of him. There's an absolute contact with Junt. And now we stay on board with Gregory and De Grief, looking to see what's happened. Gaining on Junt down into the hotel section. And 16 and 17.
I'm curious.
Still nothing wrong here. Out of shape, was that out of shape in the foreground there? That must have been Holm. It was Holm indeed. And a bit of a bobble there from De Grief on the curb, and then disconnect. Disconnect. Oh no, it's back again. Yeah, disconnect. Must be disconnect. He tried to go to the pits actually. Yeah, disconnect.
That turning.
Oh, he's still going around though. Look, there he is.
What place?
And then I think maybe he's had a freeze, and he's had to.
Because he doesn't see anything.
Doesn't see anything.
No shame.
Oh, look back in the front of the field. Look who's in first place.
Yeah, this happened there.
William Levesque.
I think this happened.
What's happened here? This has happened way back. Strauss made a mistake somewhere. Strauss is ahead of Levesque at this point. You can see Levesque in the background. And Strauss made a mistake. It turns 4, 5 and 6 it seems like, because coming out turns 4, 5 and 6 then saw that Levesque was ahead. Look there!
Maybe also in freeze?
3 perhaps?
Maybe also in freeze?
I don't know. We can never tell because of the lag, of course.
Yeah,
but Torborg is 2.3 seconds behind the lead now. He's got ahead of Danny Asbury and all that action we've been watching. He's got ahead of Butcher, so we missed all that. Butcher.
No, that was before the big battle happened with the grief and everything. This Villa got past Butcher, so
we missed that
4 or 5 laps. Yeah.
Davilar and Butcher now get close together.
People
8 seconds behind that battle. He's in 8th position now, so.
People pitting now, so.
Why is Eric Strana in 8th? Oh, Felix must have made a mistake. So Felix is back in his battle once again. Strana's got past him. James Johnson somehow is at the head of this group as well. What's going on? Leonard's back in 13th. Schlemo's in 14th. Tommy Oyala's there as well. I'm not sure what's happened there. Something has gone on very weird there at the back of the mid part of the field. But the story at the front of the field, of course, is Levesque is leading by 1.3 seconds. Lap 14 is on now, and this will be around about the time people come in to do their pit stops. The gap is 0.9 of a second between Strauss and Levesque. Obviously Strauss hasn't damaged his car because he's continuing to gain on Levesque after Levesque has passed him. So Torborg is Strauss again.
Strauss lost 3 seconds in the sector 1. That happened. So.
I don't know if that's a freeze or a mistake.
We know after the race, I think.
Absolutely, we'll have to wait after the race to ask what happened there. But so many things all happening at once there. We just couldn't keep track of everything. But Torborg's right in behind Florian Strauss now. Look at this. This is the story of the season so far. Strauss leads ahead of Torborg. Torborg catches him up, end of the stint, passes him.
He was 5 seconds away, so yeah. Of course, he made one mistake somewhere. So.
Was 5 seconds away, so he hasn't gained that much in terms of pure speed, I don't think. But Strauss lost 3 seconds in that sector. Brent into the pits. He must have had damage because he's a minute in the pits. Oh,
a lot of people playing now.
Kevin Brent. We're going into the pits also, as well, as you can see. Trying to do the undercut. Try and keep an eye on where they come out, where they wash out. And all of this. Ricker was in 17th, I think, before those pit stops. Brent also. So obviously they're going for a slightly different strategy because they've got nothing to lose at the back of the field anyway. So. May as well go for it. Got 1 DNF so far. That's a 2010 champion Gregory De Grief. And yes, for Torborg, I wonder if he'll make a move. I don't think he will. I think he's just going to hang tight and wait until the pit stops. Because he might want to get past because I think they're going to be paired in the pit lane. Sousa Ferreira in.
Yeah, but I think he's waiting. I think he has some life in his tires still. So.
That looks like a tight line to that's going to the pits. No.
Yeah.
Torborg didn't go to the pits, but Strauss and
Strauss, right. Oh. He locked up the race a little there.
Yes, that. From the replay. Into the pit lane he comes. Round the front.
Going big here.
There we go. Oh, that's beautiful. What are you talking about, Ivo? That's completely planned. completely under control.
If it works, it always ends.
Levesque had to go around Danny Asbury there, and he's lost some time. Oh, Strauss is losing time here. He's had a slow pit.
Ooh.
Just got VR into the pits also. Danny Asbury's also had a slow pit.
So important.
3 seconds. How was Levesque had such a fast pit stop? There's only something like 11 seconds there for William Levesque. I'm going to find out where William Levesque is, of course. It all gets messed up because of the underground pit lane here. Oh, sideways off there. Lennon.
He goes in the big group there.
And Levesque.
Oh.
And Schleimo's got past Felix somehow. So Schleimo's actually managed to move over the field. Slowly but surely, Lennon gives the back of Felix a bit of a tap, telling him to hurry up. But William Levesque is back in 11th place. Loeffler's into the pits also. Holmhouse as well. Johnson as well.
There's a long pit stop there.
Who hasn't pitted? Tolbo hasn't.
Tolbo hasn't.
Strani hasn't pitted. Basically, the top 10 have not pitted.
And like I said, it looks like Tolbo had some life in his tires still, so it's a shame if he was going to pit now.
Then there's past Felix. Then he's got past Felix. Felix is struggling at the end of these stints. He should really have pitted the lap before, perhaps. Francisco VR has come just about. Why is Francisco VR so hard on the field also? Maybe that's just a delayed notification. It's just a delayed notification there about Dan Esbury's lost 2-3 seconds to with Levesque in that pit stop, and Strauss has lost 3 seconds to Levesque in that pit stop. So Levesque has managed to get those pit stops down. Whatever he's doing is working. Back at the front of the field, there's Torborg in the pits now. Butcher comes in also, drives straight over the pit entry line, which means he'll get a penalty after the race, so it's pretty pointless him even trying to move up the field at the moment. Silly boy. Get the car slowed down. Don't want a speeding penalty here, do you, Ivo? Because it's such a long pit lane.
Yeah, it's almost in every race. It's so slow, slow speed also. You don't want it, really.
There goes
brake a little bit earlier then and take the risk from penalty.
Yeah, just 40 kilometers an hour is the speed in the pits. Some drivers have managed to spin the car coming out of those tunnel.
Here
comes Torborg out of the pits. Levesque's already passed him.
Yep.
There's Levesque. Here's Torborg. There's Strauss. Torborg jumped Strauss. Oh, but now
Strauss with a good move.
Strauss always too eager. Too eager. Strauss needed to keep it tight and get on the exit. Not going to do so now. Strauss is in third. Andy Johnson's in fourth at the moment because he's not pitted yet. His tyres must be a wreck at the moment. Then Aerospace was just 8.6 seconds behind Levesque, so I think Danny's actually made some ground on the last couple of laps over Levesque. And Strauss going down the inside of Torborg on the corner.
Yeah.
That was a power move there.
That takes all the advantage of the heat in the tires. Of course it has a better drive off the corner then.
Oh, got a bit of a lag before we get to the actual pass. There we go. Oh, just down the inside.
Oh, there we go then.
That's a testament to manoeuvre. Just missed the apex ever so slightly. Not so much he can get penalised, but enough so you can't use any of the track at all.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I got some understeer, sorry.
Sorry, I didn't see you there. Sorry,
I didn't see you. I didn't know you there.
Johnson in fourth place at the moment. He'll drop back, but he might be in round about like Uyala Schlemo area.
Yeah, and Butcher lost place to Davila, I think.
He has.
Yeah.
Along with Davila, in fact. Yeah. Davila's out of that complex, and Butcher's just exiting it now. There's Davila right up the circuit, so not good pit stop for him. So Holmes in 9th, Strana's in 10th. Ross McGregor's had a great pit stop again. I don't know how he does it. Every single time he gains positions in the pits. He's gained 6
he went in early, I believe, or was it not on the go?
One lap early, but still.
Yeah, okay.
But there from Ross McGregor. Back at the front of the field, Levesque is leading 3.2 seconds from Florian Strauss. Strauss has got back ahead, of course, of Torborg. Asbury is in 4th, 8.5 seconds behind. Andy Johns is into the pits. Francisco VR goes across the line. And I'm going to exactly see here actually with Andy Johns' pit stop, because he was 5 seconds behind, 5.5 seconds behind Levesque at the end of the second sector. So we see exactly how long it takes to make a pit stop here. See how far behind he drops from the lead. Wait for his first sector time. Of course, it's such a long. Look how long that pit lane is, and how slowly you have to go down it. It's interminable. It must be.
Lucky you can see the other cars going by.
You can't, can you? There's a big wall in the way. It's probably a bit less depressing than some other tracks you go to. Perhaps like Suzuka, for example. That's a long pit lane as well.
Yeah.
Which everyone roar past you down there, and we'll see how long it takes exactly for a pit stop here for both in and out. And John's just crossed over the line there also as well, so he'll be in trouble also after the race. Drivers obviously can't abide by the track boundary rules here.
All too eager, a little.
A bit too eager. Of course, John was penalised earlier in the season also for crossing boundaries in qualifying. So 53.3, it costs you almost 50 seconds making a pit stop. 47 seconds.
Oh yeah, if you're lucky, 45 seconds.
If you're lucky, yes, definitely lucky. Well, one DNF so far. Okerklint and Motherum struggling on, soldiering on. Gomez also as well. But here is William Levesque. He's leading the field by 3 seconds from the reigning champion. 3.2 seconds still, so matching lap times at the moment. Yeah,
we're pulling away now, I think, a little.
And 3.2 seconds at the end of the last lap, so it's definitely pretty much exactly the same. In fact, Asbury's dropped back 0.6 of a second on that lap. Beck did a 53.0 on that lap. I'm presuming that Strauss did exactly the same. 52.935, so it was a slightly quicker lap than Levesque's time, but of course, broken a tenth of a second there. And Daniel did 53.7, so he lost plenty of time on that lap.
Great to see a lot of people doing their personal best now after pit stops. They're all on fire on live races.
Of course, you remember that you can go to live races, use our cutting edge.
That's me. He locked at the rears.
A lot of rears coming in too. Which turn is that? It's turn 7 and 8, sorry.
Yeah, he locked the rears a little too much. So.
Actually, on the replay for you, just goes to show, doesn't it? All the guys at the top of the field still having difficulties slowing these cars down. There you go. Oh, just about managed to keep it. Oh, he did kiss the wall, didn't he?
A little, yeah.
Took out
he got away with it.
Took out those marker boards, and that might cause a few more errors for the people around him, because a few people might rely on those marker boards.
I must say that I have a flashback to Pukikyo. there's also a brake marker after a long straight.
Yeah.
And people always take it out in the qualification, the first lap.
Every single time.
People see the penalised for that.
Gaps on the track are pretty far apart at the moment, and people are fairly close, but not as close as they were earlier in the race. Of course, it was pretty manic earlier in the race. We couldn't even keep up with all the action that was happening. It did 7 heads and 15 arms.
Strani and Holm are close at the moment, and Orban and Dupre
now actually, because Strani's gaining on Holm. Strani's into that 9th position. He lost 1 position through this pit stop actually to Adrian Holm. Ross McGregor's up to 10th now. Of course, he's gained 7 positions in those pit stops as Ross McGregor. Yeah,
but I must say about McGregor and Loeffler gained a lot of paces now, because they were back in 20s, I believe, after their contact.
Absolutely, but because McGregor and Loeffler were very close together, and the gap's just 8 seconds now between Loeffler and McGregor. So it's a show, doesn't it? Just that extra lap people are driving, it's just really costing them. Hopefully, it comes back to help them.
Motherum did not finish.
And Motherum's out of the race. Oh, Jonathan Motherum.
Pension.
Here he is. We actually saw some skid marks at the out of the final corner, and a bit of debris. Might have been his front wing. It looks quite dark. That's like the black on his front wing. So that was him crashing out of the final corner just a lap ago. These drivers are not a lap down actually. It says they're a lap down, but of course just because the splits. Not getting to the split before the other person's getting to the next split, so that's how that works. Churchill. Just over a minute off the lead. His first appearance of the season in Division 1. Levesque still leads. 2.5 seconds is the gap now, so Strauss is gaining. Asbury didn't lose too much time in that mistake, did he? He only lost less than a second, in fact.
Yeah, he got away with it. It's not could have been worse, of course, but let's had some luck with there was some runoff.
Absolutely, and on the back, Strauss's car, it says GamePod.co.uk, of course, but it also says the hunt is on, and that is very much the case for Jesper Torben. Look at the different styles to that final corner. Torben takes a very classical wide line, and Strauss takes the trail-breaking line into the apex.
He's following him nicely now.
Here is VR in 5th. Nice lonely room for him at the moment, but he's got Dave Lar for company. And Dave Lar is just 3.2 seconds behind him, and he's gaining slowly but surely, so it looks like it might be a bit of a heavyweight battle later in the race. And of course, Peter Dave Lars always comes good at the end of the race, doesn't he? He always seems to have more tyres than other people.
Yeah. Did Phil not say that he wants to improve every race? Because he finished, where did he finish at Adelaide? 4th or 5th?
5th.
5th, okay, so he should go 4th. Because he wants to improve every race, he says. Not counting in the valley, of course, but...
Because he was so close to pole position, just 2 tenths away from pole position here.
Yeah.
That's his best qualifying we've seen so far. I bet he was delighted with that, but he's still 4th on the grid, the poor guy, on almost a 2-minute track. And shows he's a couple of tenths off. That's where you are on the grid.
Okay. Felix is moving up again. He got past Orban and Dufresne.
Felix is way down the field, actually. Way back in. Oh, I can't even find him. Oh, he's back with his old sparring partner Kevin Brenton in a few laps time if they continues his trajectory. I think Brenton's lapping around about the same pace as Felix. Brenton's managed to pick up a few positions here during those pit stops, which, despite the fact he's had a long pit stop, he must have hit the wall quite hard somewhere to want to hit, because he's very experienced and would have realised how long it would take him to repair the damage that he had. And he wasn't making any moves back through the field, was he? So maybe he really had some big suspension damage or steering damage.
I think so, yeah.
Whatever the case, he's making his way back through the field once again. He's 4 seconds behind Gary Lennon in 4th now, so... There's Schlemo. He's in 15th. He's only gained 3 positions throughout this race so far, despite the fact he was actually further up. And that's just before the pit stops, after all that kerfuffle between Lennon and Felix and goodness knows who else. Seems like half the field is involved in all of that. Back at the front of the field, Levesque still leading. 2.6 seconds is the gap, so he's pretty much keeping it nice and steady. And Strauss, there he is, holding off Torborg, and everything's nice and steady at the moment. We'll be right back after this break, and we will be announcing the winner of the rFactor 2 giveaway. Quickly hang on for this advert break before Torborg is just teasing us there with a little, bit of a move across the track. But after this advert break, we'll be announcing the winner of our rFactor 2 giveaway in association with Inside Sim Racing. So stick around for that. We'll be back in a second.
GamePod, the ultimate race rig for those serious about sim racing. Puts you in the driver's seat with all the controls at your fingertips. Be number 1 on the road, in the race, in the game. GamePod, the choice of champions.
So back with the action here at Yas Marina. The leads from Florian Strauss and Jesper Torborg by just less than 3 seconds between the top 3. So the fight is very much on. We're going to announce the winner of our rFactor 2 giveaway. We ran last weekend at Hidden Valley. The question was asked by Jessica Lopez, and it was answered correctly by 15 people. And those segments were entered into the draw. They all answered the question correctly, of course. Those people who answered all the questions and all the details that Jessica Lopez asked them. And the lucky winner, Ivo Simons, has been Ivar Calamise. So well done to him, well done to Ivar. And that's the second time actually that Ivar has won in the TPS as well. He won at round 2 with a 25% off giveaway. That's GamePod were running. So congratulations to Ivar Calamise. He's won the rFactor 2 prize from Inside Sim Racing and TouringProSeries. And make sure you stick around for more giveaways in the TPS. In fact, we've got a couple of Game Stock Car giveaways, haven't we? A couple of copies of Game Stock Car to give away, haven't we, Ivo?
Yeah, we got Renato Simeoni from the Racing Studios gave him some copies to give away to our members. So great job from Lisa. They're really supporting the community, and they love to do some giveaways to everybody who drives this great game, of course.
It's a wonderful game, isn't it? Plenty of content also. Now, the first criticism when it came out was there's not very much content. What makes it worth the money? But now, also got the stock cars. You've also got Formula Riser, Formula Classic, got the F3 sedans. You've also got Mini Cooper Challenges coming in as well. Also, so that'll be excellent stuff. And also, we've got plenty of add-on tracks for that as well, and they're all very, very high quality tracks. They really are superbly made by Alex Shawchuk and SLN, Luke Van den Kamp.
Yep.
So it really do recommend buying that game if you don't win it, of course, in this giveaway we're going to be doing. So look out for that also as well. And of course, remember, we are using GameStop for the second season of the World Supertech Series, which starts in around about a month's time, in fact, actually, and the 2012 update we'll be using, but that's going to be out in the next couple of days. According to Ivo, he's got plenty of contacts in that business, and we're going to be using that for the second season of the World Supertech Series. So head over to InsideSimRacing.tv, go to the forums, click on TouringProSeries down there, and you can see all the leagues that we host. We host 6 leagues, and 3 will be active very shortly. Of course, we've got pre-season events in both the American GT Championship, which is an rFactor 2, as well. For those drivers who want some rFactor 2 action, you can check out American GT Championship. We're running some pre-season events next week and Friday night. This is for the American time zone. Of course, everybody is welcome if they want to stay up in the middle of the night or get up on Saturday morning if he's happened to be on Australia. That's going to be happening at Estoril on that layout at that particular track. So that's in the Nissan Skyline GTR. So that should be great from there as we continue to feel out our Factor 2. And we also got the World Touring Masters pre-season events, Ivo, which you should be signing up to, I think.
It's the whole Mustang and Skyline territory going to Le Mans. So
absolutely, we're going to a brand new Le Mans track, aren't we, Ivo? We're going to the Le Mans 91-96, a brand new track from VLM.
Proper, a good X always from them, so it's going to be good fun, some good slipstreaming, and
absolutely, power cars, and you get the Skylines, the Mustangs, and the Holdens out.
So don't bring your Mercedes, indeed.
Don't bring your Mercedes. Don't bring your M3. Bring some men cars, eh? Bring your V8 Supercar if you get away with it. I'll be bringing the Mustang along to that one. So I love driving that Mustang. So I look forward to that. Of course, that wraps up pretty much what's happening in TPS at the moment. The next season of World Touring Masters, Season 4, final season in rFactor 2, and the final season with the acclaimed and much loved Touring Masters mod, of course, based on the Touring Car Legends mod by the TCL team. They did a wonderful job with that in the first place. That will be used for the final time, and that season will start right about September. So, but the pre-season events are just testing some car performance changes, and there's some additions as well. So, watch out for those. As I say, they are at forums. If you forget, just go to TouringProSeries.com and click on the forums tab at the top of our page. Back to the action now, though, Ivo. And it seems like Tolborg is looking very menacing on the back of Florian Strauss, and they gained a second in that final sector over William Levesque. I think it may be held up by Hugo Gomez.
I think so too, because Tolborg is still hunting Strauss for a couple of laps now, but they're gaining now on Levesque indeed. They gained 1 second in that final sector alone. That's the shortest sector on the track. Yeah, but Levesque got in the last sector of 25.5, where the Strauss and Tolborg did 24.5, so a second there.
Yeah. Maybe some traffic, maybe a mistake.
Yep.
Whatever it is, it's not been good for William Levesque. Has been a very lonely 4th place at the moment. There he is, all by himself. Poor bloke.
Of course, I think he's still happy. Of course,
yes.
He had chances of position.
Season so far, a long way. Yeah.
So that's the most important things. Of course, he had a shot at pole position, and he was in the front row. Of course, he's not in first now, but he needs to take the bigger picture. Of course, Ford is really good at the moment and solid points. And take that as a positive thing.
VR and Davilar are coming very close together indeed. In fact, Davilar is matching the leaders' times at the moment, because he is gaining second when the leaders are gaining a second on Levesque. So it's kind of staying the same for Davilar, and he's right in touch. Just had a better start to the race, slightly better, but Butcher's under big pressure here from Eric Strani.
It looks like Butcher is quite pushing now at the moment. The Strani is just following nicely. So it looks like he has some more space.
We're 3 to 5 laps away from pit stops as well, Ivo. Yeah. So most drivers are beginning to their tyres get worn. Strani's got past Hulme, of course, as you can see. For that 8th position, he caught and passed his fellow Swede, and now he wants past Chris Butcher also. Chris Butcher wanted the top 5 here, but that's looking very remote at the moment. He's some 13 seconds behind Francisco Villa, and looking like he may drop back even further. Tobias Schleber was still only 15, so of the 2 guys who qualified much more poorly than we imagined, it's Strani the one who's made the progress forward.
Yep. And it shows that, like we knew that Schleber is this is not his favourite track.
It would seem like he would hate this track, because he qualified 15th last season here and finished 16th, so in fact he's qualified even worse this season round. So, this battle carries on. Let's go back to the battle at the front of the field because it's getting closer. Strauss and Torborg harassing each other. And Levesque's pulling away just slowly, just gradually. 2 seconds now. It was 1.6 when that's when we were discussing it just a minute ago. Gap between VR and Davlar's now 1.2, 0.9 of a second, in fact, look. That's rapidly decreasing. And Davlar is matching pretty much Levesque's time every single lap. So Davlar had a better start to the race. He would have been right there, and VR out of shape. On the brakes, he's gone straight through the corner as well, I think.
Oh, he is? Where is he?
Gone straight through the corner. There he is.
Oh, there he is.
He may have gained some time actually through that mistake.
I think he needs to back off a little.
Back up. Oh, there we go. He's backing off.
I think he's doing that, yeah.
Straight.
Yeah,
there we go.
He doesn't have to lift it back, of course.
Yep. Asbury, 12 seconds off the lead. He's not gaining at all. Torborg and Strauss. I think Strauss is holding up Torborg here, as has been the case at the end of the stints in every race so far this season. Torborg's just lying in wait. I don't think there's a worse feeling in sim racing at the moment, not necessarily the worst feeling in TouringProSeries than watching Torborg behind you, knowing that you're pushing as hard as you can possibly go, and he's behind you just, driving along, keeping his tyres in nice, lovely condition to pounce on you with like 1 lap to go when you've got no chance to get past once again. It must be a horrible feeling. I have had that a couple of times in my sim racing career, not actually with Torborg, it's with Levesque actually.
Oh, he's right.
In the Clio Euro Series, and I had Levesque behind me, like just tracking me, and Torborg looks like he's trying to get past now.
Strauss went a bit wider.
He did. Just watch that on the replay, watch it from Torborg's position. There goes Strauss into the corner, just a bit too quickly, just gets out a bit too much of the grass. Has to slow down, of course. Well, it's not grass, of course, it's AstroTurf, but still not very grippy. Oh, Torborg, a bit of a tap actually at the back of Florian Strauss into turn 3. Round turn 4 they go. Oh, sorry, that's turn 3. Here's turn 4 now. But Strauss has lost another half second to Levesque as a result, of course. Back to live action. And Davlar still matching Levesque's times, and he's 0.2 of a second behind Francisco VR, and I think this is going to be a formality. Look at VR's car moving around. Oh, beautiful pass. Oh, that was perfection there from Peter Davlar. Stuck the car in exactly where it was needed. Will VR come back at him though? Looking back over the wing.
He goes defensive.
I don't think, well, he's going defensive, but I don't think VR's going to have a serious look. No, Davlar just takes the middle of the road so he's not compromised too much. Oh, he's gone wide. He's gone wide. He's going to get the run out the corner though, and it's a very short shoot in the next corner. VR, he's tried it! Side by side. Oh, VR says, thank you very much, mate. I'll have that line. I'm ahead. Oh, sorry, I didn't quite see it there. I just wanted that bit of track. It goes ahead. What a good move there from Francisco VR.
From both of them.
Here we are, down the inside he dives and says, oh, sorry Pete, oh, sorry, did you want to go there? Oh well. And I'll have that 5th position back, thank you very much. But now back, looks like Davlar's going to get past VR sooner rather than later, of course.
Oh, VR on the
understeer there into the final corner. Strauss and Torborg close once again into turn 4, 5 and 6. So close, Strauss is trying everything here just to stay ahead. He knows he just has to stay ahead. Cannot afford to give Torborg a gap. And they look like they may hit the next time around. Asbury's not gaining on those guys, despite the fact they're battling. Levesque has opened up a second lead over the time they've been battling together. 1.4 seconds, in fact, since that incident I think he had with Hugo Gomez.
I think we're going to see the same thing with Torborg and Strauss. Strauss pitting earlier, and then a lap later, Torborg.
I wonder if Strauss will try the undercut this time around though, because...
Strauss, yeah, maybe. It can work.
Because, of course, Torborg is finding it difficult to get past Strauss. He doesn't want to have to do that, despite the fact he may have 1 lap old tyres. That might not make enough of a difference. And now here comes Davlar. He's got the run because he's on the outside, which is the long way around. He ducked to the inside, thinking maybe VR would come across, but he didn't. Side by side now, down towards turn 7 and 8, still side by side. Davlar wants it! Davlar gets it!
Nice.
It wasn't through turn 7 and 8, it was through turns 9 and 10 and 11. And this time, Davlar comes to the inside. And this time, VR!
Oh, no!
VR! Oh, it's going so well.
Oh, he saved
It's
it.
going so well, and that'll ruin the tyres as well. That will ruin the tyres.
He's gonna pit now then, I think.
I think it would be
Oh,
wise.
no, he's
Torbog's
saved.
ahead of Strauss. Torbog's ahead of where's Strauss at?
He's pitting, no.
Oh, what's happened here?
I think,
In behind Madizevsky perhaps? No? No, just
No.
out of shape. Oh, just put the wheel on the AstroTurf corner out of the corner.
he's lucky there.
Well controlled. That could be the end of the race there for Strauss. Well,
The two
cool.
guys-
Got out of shape. Also got a bit head up into the
Two
next
guys
corner.
very lucky. Split Vila and Strauss, both are lucky.
He's caught. He's lost 2.1 seconds during that. Those. Oh, Strauss!
he's
Deary me.
There's some damage,
What
there's
is
some
that
damage.
for you? Deary me. Now, just compose yourself. Compose yourself. And get going once again.
I think
That
he,
was over the top there from Florian Strauss, and that's just blown any chance he had, I think, of beating Torbog here today.
I think he should have hit it, because we're right in the pit zone, in the pit window, so after that mistake
Torbog's
I
ahead of
think.
him. I think they may be sharing the pit, so if Torbog's in the pits when Strauss gets there, then it's going to be very costly indeed. But Strauss, we've seen him, his tyres are absolutely shot, and he's angry with himself. You can see it in the car behaviour. He's very angry with himself, really frustrated that he's made that mistake, a small mistake that's let Torbog through. He's got to be beaten by Torbog again. Torbog's gained 0.4 of a second in that sector to William Levesque. Levesque needs to pit now. Levesque needs to pit right now and keep that gap between himself and Torbog. He cannot allow Torbog to get any kind of overlap whatsoever or gain any more time on him, which will be down to about 2.5 seconds, I'm pretty sure. By the end of the second,
That's deep.
it's going to cost him so much. He knows the pressure is on. Torbog this season, he's got the psychological edge this season. 0.7 of a second is the gap now that he's just taken away with that one mistake. Torbog has a psychological edge here, as well as the tyre life edge, because Levesque knew he was coming and he knew he had to push, and that's cost him.
Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy.
Okay.
Strauss goes. Yeah.
Has he carried on?
Like I said, he has not life.
Strauss has carried on as well. Very strange.
I hope so.
That's a bit strange. That's the only chance he had of. Maybe he thought Torbog was pitting. And now he's not. He's going to be. I don't know. That's very strange indeed. But Levesque's into the pits anyway. What kind of pit time will he have? Where he goes, taking on tyres Anfield, 12.4 seconds. That's a decent pit stop.
It's really also.
In also. Here comes Dave Lai. He's got past. Of course, he got past VR earlier. Sorry, got excited because VR made the mistake. Riley got past Chris Butcher. Eric Butcher.
And Vila in the pits also.
Vila also into the pit. So regulation pit stops here. Asprey powers the car out of the pits, and VR has to pull in just behind Danny Asprey. And brings the car to a halt. Young carries on, Holm carries on, Butcher carries on, so let's follow this battle here until Torbog hits. Holm and Butcher close together. Strani there also as well. Strani hasn't pulled away from them. 13.5 seconds from Francisco Villa, so 0.9 slower than William Levesque had the better pit stops here today for some reason. Oh,
but Torbog is pushing now really in the sectors.
Gap is 8.4 seconds now between Strauss and Torbog. Strauss looks like he's regained his composure somewhat. But I think it may be the horse has bolted in this particular race for Florian Strauss.
Pushing hard.
Pushing very hard indeed. Suddenly regained his composure. I spoke too soon. Dave Villar's dropped off at the end of this, because he's actually 21 seconds behind now. Because of that battle with VR's obviously cost him quite a bit. Cost him a couple of seconds. He wasn't actually keeping up before. Felix into the pits also. Strauss has lost 2 seconds in that sector. Doesn't matter when. Oh, Torbog's carrying on. Unbelievable stuff. He's got such confidence in his tyres then, Torbog. Strauss.
If Strauss doing that, then he's going to pit.
Strauss into the pits. Here he comes. This is on the end of lap 29, so 30 laps is going to on these tyres. I would have thought they would have pitted a long time ago.
Strani was Butcher.
40 laps on tyres, sorry.
By the way.
Yeah, we were supposed to.
Good one.
Just go Strani. Did get past Butcher in the end. He's now battling with Holm, of course. There you go. Levesque's right behind them. He'll be hoping these two pit pretty soon. He doesn't want to traffic.
He's like pit.
Butcher's coming in. Holm isn't though. Holm isn't coming in, so this could be the outcome of the race, you know. Levesque and Holm. Oh, Levesque's got the run off the corner though. He might pass Holm down into the first corner. I wonder if Holm thinks he's Butcher still.
He flashes. Okay.
And Levesque flashes lights.
Good pit stop from Strauss. 10 seconds.
10 seconds. Excellent pit stop from Strauss. That might be the saver of his race. Nicola 12.4 seconds. He'd be pleased with that. Gomez 19.4. He's had a bit of a kerfuffle there. Whatever's happened to him. Schlemo carries on as well. So Schlemo going for the long run also. We've got 7 drivers going for the long run. We've got Holmes, Strani, Tolborg, Schlemo.
Here comes Davelaar. Oh, that's not chasing. Sorry,
That's
my bad.
Davelaar is.
A little flash of it.
Here is Davelaar. There he comes. Just seen behind the barriers. Sorry about the cameras, guys. Because the pit lane is underground, not much we can do because otherwise, put the camera underground, you won't be able to see what's happening on the track during the rest of the laps. So just a bit of trade-off we have to have during that, of course. VR has come out behind Peter Davelaar, so not worked out well for VR. Asbury is still ahead of Peter Davelaar. Gap is only 7 seconds though, so Davelaar has sniffed the 4th position here. And Asbury is right behind Schlemo as well, which may hold him up a little bit, but I don't think so. I think Asbury will get past him on the run down to turns 9 and 10 here. Into the pits comes Tolborg. Finally he's pitted. Trying to pit this time around. Levesque's caught him now. So Levesque's been held up again here, look.
Yeah.
The battle of the future TPS is definitely on the side of Levesque at the moment. It's a pit stop ahead, but it's not helping Levesque trying to be ahead of him like this. With one
the car was out of the pits already now.
And Levesque down the inside of Strani. Not going to help his tyres either. Strani into the pits now.
Yeah.
Very frustrating for William Levesque. Here comes Tolborg.
Very close.
I think Levesque.
One car in front of him only.
It is a shorter run to the first corner through the pits, through to turn 3 through the pit tunnel.
Yes, Ferreira in front of him.
Slower. Here comes Levesque. It's going to be close. It's ahead of him at this point, but of course Levesque will have to go around this corner.
He got him.
He's away. Oh no! Where is?
Oh, he's right.
There he is. There we are. Ferreira almost contact. There was contact.
But Ferreira and Tolborg were really close at the exit of the pit. But at the end of the pit lane, Ferreira had a huge gap.
On board with William Levesque. Comes around. We should see Bruno Salsa Ferreira appear from somewhere here. I think Levesque might not get much control. There is contact. There is contact. Ferreira, again contact where Ferreira loses out. You said they were very close coming out pit stops, Ivo.
Yeah, they were right. Yeah, at the end of before the pit limit when before the line at the pit exit. They were really close, I believe.
In those pit stops. Oh no.
Okay, decent.
It looks close, of course, but then of course the other guy accelerates and.
I thought it was a little bit closer. Okay.
So Nicky Freyer's also pitted now. We're back to the live action. Sorry, here we go. Gap is 2.2 seconds between Tolborg and Levesque. This is very much on. This is going to be a great battle towards the end of the race, I think. Strauss is 10 seconds behind this battle now as a result of his 2 mistakes. Adrian Holmes out of the race. He's run out of fuel.
Oh, just happened. Oh yeah, just happened.
Adrian Holmes. Pushing as far as he could, and it was too far.
Yeah.
All that effort for no reason. Lap 31, and Holmes out of the race.
Where did he do it? Where? Just before the pit lane then.
Try and get a.
I think.
It wasn't far off the pit wall. He was still half.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, the other pit lane.
That's it. All out.
Ooh, that's a miscalculation there.
That is a big miscalculation. That's going to cost him dearly. Andy John still has not pitted. That's why he's up in 9th position at the moment. He is. He's getting his moments of glory here, isn't he? Going for the long runs each time. He's only going to do 11 laps on his final set of tyres as well, so he'll be chuffed coming up behind other people who'll be struggling. Pretty much everyone has kept the same kind of position. Strani's lost position to Butcher because Strani went quite a bit longer than Butcher. In that particular series of pit stops, maybe 1 or 2 laps longer. I think it was maybe 1 lap longer. Because Levesque behind Hummel. I think it was 2 laps longer actually. Strani went than Butcher. So that's going to be Strani's advantage. Strani's just behind Butcher, and it looks like he's got plenty of pace. Davelaar's 6.8 seconds behind Asbury as we speak, so whether he'll gain enough Asbury towards the end of the race, I'm not quite sure. What do you reckon, Ivo? 11 laps to go, think he can do it?
Yeah, I said probably before the race. Sorry. Yeah, I think it's possible.
Okay. I took Levesque for this win.
Oh, is Jones is pitting? Oh, no. Okay, he's pitting. Jones. Sorry.
Is Young pitting?
No, Jones. Sorry, Benny Jones.
Oh, Jones.
Okay, I saw him dropping in the field.
11.9 seconds for him.
Yeah.
But he'll drop back, of course. It was in 20th position. He will move forward with those young tyres that he will have on his car. 22nd place is Marco Felix. Not sure what's happened to him. He's had a bit of a miserable race in the end, actually. Great action early on. It was just gradually, slowly but surely, inexorably kind of dropped down the field. And is that Nicky De Vries dropped in position also as well? Looks like maybe there's a bit of a spin there, a bit of a...
Jones there. Jones is not...
There comes John.
Oh, there he comes out of the pits, yeah. Okay.
Such a long pit lane, of course. And I wonder if Felix got a drive-through penalty because that stopped him way back. That will tally with him being further down. Schlemo, he's still 16th. He's actually lost another position in those pit stops. Brent somehow is in 11th. In 12th, sorry. How on earth has he done that?
Tire management, like I said.
He's back in 26th earlier in the race. He's gained 14 positions.
Yeah.
Unbelievable stuff.
Close between McGregor and Yount is close now. We were 2 places up. McGregor and Yount are
0.8 of a second. No, often happens after the pit stop. Actually, there's not many like big battles together with each other. But Dave Lars only 5.2 seconds behind Danny Asbury now. So Danny's made a mistake on that lap, I think. He was 18.1 seconds behind before. Strauss has made another mistake as well. Look, he's 11.4 seconds behind now. So Strauss is going to have to settle for 3rd place, I think. Oh, still trying hard, of course. I think 3rd place is the best he's going to do here today. Oh, Florian, just keep it in shape. 3rd place is better in the championship than 4th or 5th or damaging the car and having to pit.
Tarbog is really pushing now. It's the fastest first sector now. He's really gaining.
Tarbog's on the move.
Yeah.
He's not getting much, is he? At all. Maybe he's just biding his time.
Yeah, we know he takes it easy, of course.
Sits back, relaxes.
Yeah, he can do that. Just takes it more easy. It's really difficult, very tempting to just to push hard if you see a car in front of you.
Dave Laub is going as fast or faster than Levesque at the moment. In 0.1 of a second on that last lap.
Tarbog is on the hunt for the fastest lap. Looks like.
1.6 seconds of the gap now. Yeah. It was he's gained 0.8 of a second in that middle sector. Look.
Yeah. First and second sector with purple.
There we go, 52.4. The fastest lap before that was a 52.7 from Florian Strauss. So Tarbog has put the hammer down and is applying the pressure to his young teammates. Of course, they're both very young. They're both the same age actually, both 18 years old. Tarbog from Denmark, Levesque from Canada, from Quebec. Of course, we talk about the future of EPS, Levesque and Strani, like based on their age. But Tarbog is the same age, well, not the same age as Strani, but the same age as Levesque, and he's been around for ages.
We're talking about racing age more.
Yeah, I guess, perhaps, yes. Levesque, of course, has been around since the start of last season, 2011, and made great strides there. So, and it looks like he might be on for a run at the race win here. Strauss lost 2 seconds with that sideways movement he was making earlier on. It really has blown any chance he has of making it forward. I sense a lot of anger in that car, a lot of frustration.
I mean, it's to look out. It did a 1:50.56 last lap. Then he has really the 1:53.
Yep. He made one mistake, got angry at himself, made another mistake.
Yep.
He's just frustrated at the situation he's finding himself in this season so far. He needs to find something from somewhere and make it count.
Yeah, of course, compared to last season, of course, it's worse, but it's not that bad.
No, he's still doing very well indeed, of course. Of course, this time last season, he was a lot further off the pace than this.
Yeah.
Of course, once you've tasted it, once you've been up there, you want to be up there all the time, and you don't accept second best, and Strauss certainly doesn't do that. But this is a big battle here, Tarbog and Strauss. I mean, it's a heavyweight battle at the top of the championship. Of course, Levesque is getting better and better with every race he has, getting more and more comfortable with that the new race seat that he's got. And Tarbog continues to gain just 0.1 of a second that time around. 52.4, and then immediately just backed off and did a 53.3 and just chilled for a bit. Just showing Levesque that this is what I've got. What have you got, mate? Very intimidating.
Yeah, but he knows that he, of course, two laps very fast, pushing it. It's not going to work because he knows the tires. Of course, he closed the gap lap 4 quite a lot and got himself good in the rearview mirror of Levesque. So
very much a statement of intent, though. Dave Lars made a couple of mistakes in the last couple of laps. He's lost ground to Danny Asbury now as a result of that. Excuse me. Disco VR is in a very low 6th place at the moment, driving the new THR green livery. Chris Butcher still has Eric Strani for company, but it seems like Chris has improved quite a lot throughout this, because Strani very narrow line through there, and Butcher very different line. Looks like Strani's actually gained on Butcher through that section also, as well as a result. That was 1.3 seconds. It's been a bit bigger than that before. Yunt is not too far behind that battle. McGregor closely tracking him. Yunt on for a top 10 finish here. We'll be very pleased with that if he does. Johnson is in 11th. Again, he's racing better than he's qualified. Qualified way back. Back in 16th, if I remember correctly. I didn't have a great start to the race either, but stuck right in there. Move forward. He finished 13th here last year in the first race of 2011. So much the same for him, unfortunately. Strauss now 16 seconds off the lead. 19.1 seconds off the lead race. What's up with Strauss?
This is what I meant.
Strauss is just dropping away.
Yeah, 55. Maybe I'm getting 55. A second sector of 1 minute.
I'm sure what's happening. He's really struggling. But has he lost feedback in his wheel, perhaps?
Maybe.
It looks like he can't control the car.
It's possible, because we saw him before the pit stop with the white 2-3 times after this. I believe in turn 3 and 4 for the complex.
Mistakes everywhere. It looks like he's got a problem with his wheel. I think that's because obviously the mistakes after that were. I wonder if that was the reason why he went so fast into this corner here, because he just lost.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, he went just straight on there.
Yeah.
It's possible. Yeah.
Whatever it is, mechanical gremlins are not helping Strauss here. Oh, yeah, he's taking 2 or 3 stabs at the corner every single time. Look. But if that's a problem for him, Tolborg is 0.9 of a second now behind William Levesque. Levesque has just over 6 laps. Hold on for his maiden Virtual V8 Supercars win.
It'll be three times in a row.
3 times in a row for Tolborg.
Yeah.
Well, either way, it'll be 3 wins in a row for THR.
Yep.
They really are becoming a force in the world of sim racing. Tolborg at Adelaide. Tolborg at Hidden Valley. Levesque all Tolborg here at Yas Marina. Of course, we had Toby Davis take pole position at Adelaide also. No, I lie. It was Tolborg who took pole position at Adelaide. Where did Toby take pole position at? I'm sure it was one of the places. I forget.
Adelaide.
It was Adelaide. I was.
Yeah.
It was Adelaide. Yes, 21.6. I remember now.
Oh, okay.
I remember commentating on it again. Just 1.4 seconds is the gap between Strauss and Asbury now, so this is interesting. And Dave Lars 4.8 seconds behind this battle. Excuse me.
Gonna be close, because also I believe Len and Tomo Jala are very close at the moment. Well, everybody's waiting for this moment.
Now let's stick with this battle. This is a big story at the moment. What has happened to Strauss? I was just blaming it on his tyres before that, because he was making mistakes, and then thought maybe he'd overheated his tyres, but this is something completely different, of course, because he's got fresh tyres on, still making the same kind of mistakes. Oh, look at the car! That is.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes again.
Big problems.
Let's the track.
Maybe he lost his brakes. Brakes have gone.
Like you said.
Feedback's gone. That's very strange.
Okay, he just needs to keep his head down, because Davila's very close now.
Yep. I think he's going to be lamps and slaughtered for Davila's right in behind.
He's not giving up.
Yeah. Oh, Strauss!
No.
Oh, it's okay.
His brakes were fine.
Oh, his brakes working there, aren't they?
Yeah.
This is very strange.
Second time in that corner where he went wide.
It's very strange. It's definitely the wheel. It's got to be the wheel.
Both damage, but he didn't have any contact, so it's not damage.
No. He drove too much down the straight, and that's systematic of a wheel. No, not having any force feedback, not having any resistance.
Yeah.
I'd have to say. So look at that. I'm not sure what's happened. Maybe his pails have moved. I've no idea what the cause is, but it's fascinating. Whatever it is, because now Dave Lars involved. Poor Salsa Ferreira is caught up in this battle. There he is. It's like, what do I do? You're all going slower than me. Gets out of the way for Peter Davila. Can't get on with his own race, unfortunately. Chris Butcher is 1.2 seconds ahead of Strani. Lennon and Uyala are close together. I think Uyala just got past Lennon there?
No.
Swap positions? No, there was 0.4 between those two, so still very close.
Same, yeah.
Asbury tracking Florian Strauss. Look at the side of Asbury's car, he's had a bit of a whack somewhere. Maybe that was the contact with the Armco earlier in the race. Down at turn 1. Now look for Strauss into turn 3 once again. They make the same mistake. Always working fine there.
It's going to continue like this. Maybe Davila on the podium.
Well, he overcompensated that time around. He broke on the grass that time.
Okay.
To make sure he got around the corner.
He doesn't step.
Asbury's contacted with Strauss. Strauss is sideways. They're all coming off the corner side by side.
I'm not going to do why.
Down towards turn 7.
Oh, like I said, Davila for the podium probably.
Davila's definitely got better tyre life than Asbury.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Davila, beautiful overtakes. Asbury out of shape. Strauss now is coming back at him. Strauss out of shape. Where was Strauss going? Don't think there's going to be a pass down here. Let's quickly watch the replay. Down into out of turn 4, 5 and 6. Go on board with Danny Asbury.
He gave him a lot of room.
And Strauss was just so slow. I don't think Danny expected it. Contact.
There it is.
And Asbury, of course, then handicapped. We should see Davila appear on the right hand side. There we go. Hello, hello, Peter.
He gave a lot of room, Asbury, in my opinion, to Davila.
He did. I don't think he expected Davila to go so deep. I think once he saw Davila go so deep, I thought that he would go straight off. And of course,
obviously, okay, yeah.
And what happened with Strauss? There goes Strauss. What happened to Strauss there? Strauss right in behind, and Strauss just disappears off the track. And there he comes again. Back to live action. So Davila's got up to 3rd. With the best result in the season so far for him. And of course, he has been matching the leader's pace throughout the race, actually.
Yeah.
In traffic.
Tolborg is still 2nd, yeah. Maybe he's just waiting for the last 3 laps or something.
Maybe out of time, because this is only 3.5 laps to go. Call it, Ivo.
I said Tolborg before the race, so I can't.
Okay, I said Levette before the race, so...
we picked the guys alright all the time.
It's tense, isn't it? It is tense. These two are going at it toe to toe. What has Tolborg got for Levette? If Tolborg attacks now, Levette can, very, very feasibly defend for 3 laps.
Yeah, but
we saw Strauss defend for more than that.
Levette is not really sure or something. He was 3/10 faster than Tolborg the last lap. So.
Well, building up to a climax here, guys. I wouldn't leave us. We are coming towards the end of this race. It's looking very exciting indeed. We've had this big story. Strauss losing time hand over fist. Curious, strange mistake. Something wrong with his car, with his setup. Asbury has overtaken him. And of course, Asbury's been overtaken by Davila. 1 step forward and 1 step back. We got VR in 6th. We got Butcher still holding off Eric Strani. Actually, I'm very impressed by Butcher's pace later in the race. Maybe he's made a couple of track bar adjustments. Yunt there is in very lonely land actually because he's pulled away from Ross McGregor. James Johnson is gaining on Ross McGregor now. Oyala and Lennon very close together, and Loeffler as well. It's been a tasty battle towards the end of the race. Keep an eye on the front of the field for you.
Schlemo's far away. Schlemo, yeah. 6 seconds away from this group.
I'll keep an eye on both the battle at the front.
Tolborg is really close now.
He is very close. Into turn 4, 5 and 6. He's just behind, but it's just keep holding station at the moment. Just commentate on this battle at the moment. Oyala, ahead of Lennon, ahead of Loeffler. And then Loeffler have come together plenty of times.
Loeffler gained a lot on those guys, but they were a couple of seconds away.
When I say come together, I don't mean contact, I mean as in they've come head to head plenty of times in plenty of championships. Tolborg looking menacing behind Levesque just off screen. Keep an eye on that for you. Anything happens in that battle, we'll go straight back to it. Keep an eye on this battle here for now. Davila looks like he's got 3rd place wrapped up. He's pulling away slowly but surely from Asbury. Strauss is just in behind Danny Asbury. Perhaps he's just composing himself for one more run at the lead. Levesque's under pressure from Tolborg. Levesque hitting the curves very hard indeed, getting out of shape. He is holding Torborg at bay at the moment. Watch the final 2 laps of their run as they come towards the final 2 laps. For now, we'll stick with this battle here. Oyala ahead of Lennon, ahead of Loeffler.
I think Loeffler is quite happy with this place. He has been struggling with all the races. He has some struggles.
Well, considering as well where he was
solid 40.
in contact with McGregor.
Oh, no touch!
Oh! Take that, Tommy! And now Loeffler is going to get the run.
I thought he was going to spin.
Oh, and Torborg had a look at Levesque at the final corner. He's not been able to make it stick. Levesque's gone out of shape on the run down towards the final straight down towards the start finish straight down towards turn 1, but it's been okay. Oh, Levesque made a mistake. Let's go back to the mistake. Let's go back to the action. Oh, there we go.
Yep. Oh.
Torborg's got him. Just missed it for you guys. Didn't quite get to it quickly enough. Wasn't quite quick enough with the keys, but he's made a couple of mistakes. And then Levesque sideways into turn 1, out on
yeah.
of course.
Just pressure, yeah.
There's pressure and Torborg sweeps through. Torborg leads. This is for 3 in a row. And Levesque seems
Strauss pitting.
Strauss is pitted?
He's pitting now.
Maybe he's run out of fuel?
What?
What's happening there? Why is he pulled into the garage? And win the race!
Why did you do that?
That's very strange indeed. We'll have to get the story on that. That's incredibly strange. Maybe his wheel just went completely.
Yeah, but he's still over in the pits.
We would have still stopped and just fixed it, right? Unbelievable stuff. Anyway, back at the front of the field, he'll still get points, Strauss, because he's done 75% of the race.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah, but it's not, you know, we're going to drop 40 points. Oh, Levesque is trying very, very hard indeed. He's made that small mistake on the penultimate lap. And it looks like it's going to cost him. As Torborg looks in command.
No, he's giving everything.
Levesque looking ragged.
Yeah.
Torborg looking smooth as silk. Oh, Levesque! Oh, he's off then.
No. Oh.
He's gaining on Torborg in that final corner, so it actually helped him in a way. And the gap as they cross the line is going to be about 0.6 of a second, 0.8 of a second in fact. Levesque looks like he's tried his hardest but is not able to hold off the championship leader, who's going to lead the championship by many points now. Oh, he's pushing too hard.
Yeah.
All over about the shouting. Levesque in second, hanging on game to the back of Yas Torborg, who of course is a triple PPS champion. Reigning champion of the World Touring Masters, reigning champion of the American GT Championship, usurped by Stoffel Van Dorn in the last season American Touring Car Championship. But here he is in the V8 Supercars, going for his 3rd win in a row. Take a stranglehold on this V8 Supercar Championship. And it's been a struggle here today, of course. He's been pushed very, very close by Levesque and Strauss. I can't understand why Strauss would
bit markers here. Oh.
I can't understand why Strauss would do that.
I'm not sure.
Out of shape he gets. That gives a bit of encouragement to Levesque.
Yeah.
Lee Palmer completely houses the way off the track. Get out of the way. Oh, Levesque is gaining on Torborg as a result of that. Levesque using the traffic. It's not all over just yet.
Problem is, it's very difficult to overtake in this section. So.
Indeed it is. Any section in the final section, isn't it?
Yeah.
And of course he's got to get a bit closer than that. Oh, he's just trying, just wishing he had just a millimetre more rubber left on those tyres. Out of turn 17. Levesque's trying his hardest. Torborg looks like he's going to take the victory. Around the penultimate corner. Into the final corner. Torborg comes around for the final is this the final 43rd time? And no, this is not the end of the race. What on earth? I thought this was the end of the race. That's on the wrong lap, guys. With 1 more lap to go. I apologise completely for screwing that up completely.
It's not the same thing. The counter is different, huh? Okay. Wait.
Yeah, but the counter obviously shows what lap they're on rather than the laps they completed.
Okay.
Which is different to normal half-back standards. I apologise to everybody for that. All the excitement, I got confused. And And there's Felix getting out of the way for Torborg, and Levesque's dropped way back now. Look at that. I don't understand why would Strauss quit with 3 laps to go? Why would he do that?
I'm really not sure.
If it was an emergency, you wouldn't stop, park up, and then leave the room, would you? You'd just press escape.
No fuel was ook not, because he was in the pits.
Or in the pits.
Yeah, so.
It's inexplainable. I don't understand that at all. And it's a very strange thing for Strauss to do as well, known for his fighting qualities. Now Levesque's been held up in a very awkward place by Marco Felix. And it really is all over, folks. Jesper Torborg.
Oh, is Strani got Butcher now? Or not?
Yes, he has. Look at that.
Yes.
Just to returns 4, 5 and 6, you just missed it. Not going to see it on the replay, unfortunately. And looks like Junt's going to try and get Butcher as well. Quickly jump back to Torborg when he finishes this race. Junt's right behind Chris Butcher. She was hoping for a top 5. He's very close to it, of course, but oh so far, because he's some 12 seconds behind Francisco Villar, who's in that 5th place. But the winner of the race, and going to take a big lead in this 2012 championship, is Jesper Torborg from Denmark. Driving for THR Orange. He drives towards the line. It's 3 in a row for Jesper Torborg. Fantastic win for him. Fantastic 2nd place for William Levesque. There is no doubt about it. William Levesque is back with a vengeance. 3rd place will be Peter Develar. Great return to form.
I'm happy with that, yeah.
Just sort out his qualifying, and he would have been challenging for that race win. As we know he can, of course. World Touring Masters Season 2 champion before Jesper Torborg. So he crosses the line in 3rd place. Good result for him. Completes the podium. 4th place will be Denny Asbury. Not sure if he'll be pleased or disappointed with that. After almost having that pole position, crosses the line in 4th. That's his best result of the season so far. 5th place for Francisco Villar. He'll be very pleased with that, matching his best performance of the season so far. Strani is going to get another strong result. Crossing the line in delight. Flashes his lights. He struggled long and hard to get that. And Butcher 7th place across the line. Butcher 8th. McGregor almost caught them in 9th. Johnson in 10th. Who's going to be 11th? It looks like it's going to be Tommy Oyala. His best result of the season so far also. And Lennon.
Here goes Lennon.
Holds on to that 12th. And Loeffler has to be pleased at his 13th position if he finishes there, because of the travails he had earlier in the race, and Lennon tried to squirt the car out of the corner but it didn't quite work. Oyala 11th, 12th Lennon, 13th place Loeffler, 14th place is going to be Tobias Schlemer. A miserable night for 360 racing, really. And what they thought would be a lead they would open up in the team championship, in fact there's going to be a deficit, I think, with Torborg winning and Strauss way down the field. 15th place Orban, 16th place Kevin Brents. That was a great recovery from him considering how far back he was earlier in the race. 17th place is going to be Nicky Defreya. Another solid result for the unsung Belgian. 18th place across the line comes Andy Johns. He'll be very pleased with that. Last person on the lead lap, 19th place Marco Felix, 20th place Lee Palmer, 21st Giuseppe Churchill, 22nd Bruno Salsa Ferreira, not quite as good as he has been earlier in the season, 23rd Hugo Gomez, 24th Florian Strauss, 25th was Jonathan Okerklint. And the people who did not finish, let's fill you those in on them now. Matisevsky didn't finish the race either, we missed that earlier on. Adrian Holm ran out of fuel after 30 laps. Mosserum crashed, and De Grief, we think, had a screen freeze or a disconnect at least. So those are the guys, and that is the rundown. We'll be right back after this for the driver interviews.
GamePod, the ultimate race rig for those serious about sim racing. Puts you in the driver's seat with all the controls at your fingertips. Be number one on the road, in the race, in the game. GamePod, the choice of champions.
So welcome back to the action here. We're going to do some driver interviews here, and we've got several drivers in here who are going to give their thoughts about their race. And first of all, we're going to talk to the championship leader and winner of 3 races in a row, Jesper Torborg Nielsen. Jesper, Another great win for you, but you were pushed very, very hard by William.
Yeah, he kept his tire pretty well until the 2 last laps.
Bit of a snigger there from Yas. I mean, were you always confident of getting him? Because of course, throughout the season so far, you've been the best driver of the front-running drivers, at least, to hold on to your tyres. Did you have any worries at any points, or were you pushing as hard as you possibly could?
I was a little worried, but not too much. I did pit 2 laps after him.
Yes, you did. It did, and that you think that paid off in the end? You think that was the right strategy? I mean, you won the race, but you think pitting maybe a lap earlier would have given you a bit of an easier time, or were you happy with your strategy?
I'm pretty happy with my strategy.
And of course, you won the race. Of course, you can't be that bad. And of course, you now have a big lead in the championship with Florian Strauss to finish the race. I mean, it must be looking very good for your 4th TPS championship.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
And of course, we're now at the halfway point of the season. How would you assess your performance so far, overall?
It's been pretty good, I think.
Anything you could improve on?
Maybe my starts.
Your starts? Yeah, we've seen you. Those who watch World Touring Massive have seen Jesper Torborg and his starts. But you've only had one good start this season so far, so even for a triple race winner, there's always something you can do to improve. Thank you, Jesper, for popping in and giving us your few words, as per usual. William, a great race for you. Just wait till I finish asking the question. A great race for you, and I mean, you almost won it. Won it.
I know. I was giving it my all at the end. When Jesper got past, when I made the mistake, I was almost putting the car in the wall just to try and give it one last time a try, and it wasn't meant to be, but overall I'm very happy with my performance. Of course, the pole position, which I was surprised by, to be honest, because I was struggling in quali, because I had to put the game in DirectX 8 mode, because I was having some frame rate issues and the track looked a bit different. So it kind of put me off a bit, but I was able to get around it.
Well done to you. I mean, this is your best performance of the season so far, and it comes off the back of a very improved performance at Hidden Valley as well. I mean, you must feel you're going in the right direction.
Oh yeah. If I can go on like that, I think I can win a race at least, but I'll have to try and keep Jesper in check, because his tire preservation is just astonishing, really.
Of course, for future rounds, we'll have Toby and Stoffel and Florian, obviously back in the battle. So it's not going to be easy, but definitely that's your best performance of the season so far. I mean, you all talked about you've got a new race rig. Are you just now beginning to feel comfortable in it? Yeah, are you just now beginning to feel comfortable in that?
Yeah, now it's more like the heat. Now in Quebec it's pretty awful, but also I want to say sorry to Jonathan Moshram for the hit, because I didn't expect him to be that slow exiting the corner, and sorry about it. And obviously well done to all the THR guys. Top 3 THR unofficially with De Villar, but yeah.
Yeah, very well done THR. And your team is really becoming a very, very strong force in sim racing at the moment.
Well, obviously Toby was able to get some pretty good drivers, so it does help a bit, I guess.
But I mean, you all work together very well, and you all put a lot of effort in. I know Toby wasn't here, this week, but did he help you with some setups, or did you feel you had enough in the bank to work with what you had?
No, he wasn't there at all, to be honest, this time, but we had this setup from Hidden Valley and before, so I just tweaked that out a bit to make it better for Yas Marina, and gave it to all my teammates, and they used it if it was better, and kind of tweaked them to their liking. I mean, it's all setups work, right? It's not a setup for everyone. Everyone has their driving style, and they got to tweak it to their liking. So
they do indeed. So well done to you and your team. Great result for you. We're also going to be joined by fourth place, should I say, Danny Asbury. I mean, you almost had that pole, Danny. So close.
That was a bit heartbreaking, really. I really wanted to get that pole position, and William just turned out. I don't know where he got his lap from, because last I checked, he was about 4/10 behind me, but the last second he took the pole, and what's even worse about it, I was actually on for a really good lap at the end, and then I blew it, so I'm just hats off to William, because he just took it from me, but there's always next round.
I mean, how do you say the race went? I mean, it was... Because compared to your qualifying pace, of course, race pace is still not quite there for you. And obviously you've been talking about needing to improve on a more smoother driving style. But you must be pretty happy with fourth place, considering the problems you've had since Melbourne.
I mean, I can't say I'm disappointed about it, but obviously I was putting the effort to try to get the win. And like you said, it all comes down to tire wear with these things, because, you know, I feel like I had the single lap pace, but at the front of the field, unless you are extraordinary with your tires, you're never going to win the race. And I feel that from last round, Hidden Valley, moving to this round, it's kind of been, I've moved from terrible at tire preservation to average. And even still, average is not going to cut it at the front. So I still have to take that next step, and then maybe I can win some races here.
Yeah, I mean, how do you find the transition from going from Hidden Valley, which is a very hot track, as well as being a very different track to this one here?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of bumps in Hidden Valley. Kind of got the car all over the place. Meanwhile, Yas Marina, this is easily the smoothest track I think we're going to come to all season. And
I think it's on Park next, and that's far from smooth.
And with this track, it's just real smooth, and obviously being night, it keeps the tire temperatures down. So it's actually really good conditions to keep the tires on it. But I mean, we'll see how I can kind of move forward going from here.
Well, congratulations on your front row start. You won't have the black headlights for one more round as a result. And Ivo, was there any questions you wanted to ask any of the drivers who've popped in here?
No, like we said, Danny, what happened, of course, like he said also that he's happy with Ford now. It's like we said during the broadcast also that, of course, it's great to have a pole position or on the front row, but these are also solid points, so it's also very positive.
Absolutely, and then kind of your season, the first half of the season kind of been bookended by those fourth and the fifth for Danny. So well done to him. So thank you everyone for watching here today. We have been live from Yas Marina, of course, and of course we are back later. I think it's in 3 weeks' time actually, Ivo, where we're back at, of course, Oran Park for round 6 of the V8 Supercar Championship. It's been a great race here today, hasn't it, Ivo? And in the end, it was Tolberg who won, but it was a very different result in a way, wasn't it? It didn't look certain.
No, after the pit stop I thought, okay, it's going to be a matter of time before Tolberg's going to catch William, but it took some time, and they had a great battle together also, so it was not easy, but it was a great race.
Absolutely. The next race, in fact, is at Pukekohe. We do enjoy racing at Pukekohe. It always produces fantastic racing.
That's 2 weeks, right? It's not.
It's in 2 weeks. But you are correct. On the 7th of July at the same time. Oran Park is round 8. Sorry, guys. So, but at least Pukekohe is quite smooth, so it's not too bad for you guys. And it's a very fast-flowing track. So look for some very close action there. Last season, we saw it was John Wilson who took the race win. So, unfortunately, not rating it here today, But Pukekohe is the next one up, and we'll see all of you viewers and all of you drivers, and thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to all of our partners, of course, and we'll see you all on the 7th of July, same time, 18:45 GMT, 14:45 that is EST, and thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
GamePod, the ultimate race rig for those serious about sim racing. Puts you in the driver's seat with all the controls at your fingertips. Be number 1 on the road, in the race, in the game. GamePod, the choice of champions.